Well, hello, Miss Sherry. Hey, Harley.
Hey,
How
Harley.
are you today? Y'all know I'm always trying to wear my glasses, even though I don't need them.
Haha, that's funny.
I think the ring light is a little bright, and so it's messing up my vision. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do that.
I
Okay.
am hot. This is ridiculous. I don't know how anybody wants this much hair.
Listen, you can listen. You don't have to wait until your inevitable demise. You can give it to me at any time. Like I don't have a problem with taking it now. Like you can just go ahead and send it to me right now. Just
Oh my
chop chop.
gosh.
I used to have a
It's
friend at UOP. He said he used to grow his hair real long, and then he would grow it down to like his waist, and then he would cut it off and donate it. And I was like, you can donate that to me. Like I don't have cancer, but you can still donate to me because I still want hair too.
it's a racket that donating it to yeah, I don't even want to get into Locks for Love or any of that because
Oh really? I've
it's
never did it. No. Hi Cherry Blossom.
hello, Cherry Blossom.
So how's
Uh
your day going thus far?
I am good. I've been really like since the 18th of May, I've actually had a headache and like every day, and then it would go into a migraine and then it would come down, and it was just excruciating, and I just try to work through it every day. But
It sounds
Friday,
awful.
I haven't had a headache since Friday. I mean, little tiny ones, but not like I was actually going to call you and be like, Angie, just take me to the urgent care because I can't do this shit anymore.
Oh, and I would have come. I wouldn't have
I know.
broke any speed laws, but I would have come.
I know. But yeah,
Do
but
you
so I'm
think it's
feeling good.
dehydration? Because I had one today, and I just had to have some hydration.
No, I don't think it was actually dehydration. I'm not sure what it was.
Oh,
Hello, Mike. Hello. Mike
hi,
is my
Mike.
friend from Michigan. He lives in Taylor, Michigan.
Oh, hey, Alicia. Don't come on here talking about hey. We ain't seen you in about 50 years.
Yeah,
Now here you
Alicia, what
talk
the
about
hell?
yes. Alicia brother came to class. Alicia.
Grown
Yes,
ass man came to
grown
class.
ass man came to class, and what do we say? Hey, grown ass man.
Hey,
Immediately.
grown ass man.
Immediately. So
That's so funny. I love that story.
exactly. He said, I'm a grown ass man. All right, y'all. If y'all have any questions, just go ahead and put them in the chat and we will get started. Listen, I'm gonna find some different glasses because these ain't staying on my face
I
right.
can't with this hair today. It's just too much.
Well, just whenever you ready, just go ahead. Send it right on over.
Well, it's at like 105 outside, and I washed, and it's 72 in my house. And I
My
will.
son turned my ear down to 69. I felt like a popsicle. I said, first of all, sir, you don't need to put the air under 75 ever because where do you think we live?
And my hair's like half wet, half dry,
It looks really full.
so it's sticky.
I mean, at any time you can start over and just give me that. Like just buzz cut it and give me all that.
Right there, Angie. You can have all of
Exactly.
that.
Girl, do you know what I could do with that? Oh my God, you are really tripping. I could really, really do some things with that. Bonnie was speaking of she and Sarah having headaches just recently. Oh, okay. I know mine was definitely due to hydration. That was it. I just need to drink more water. Since I'm not eating so much ice, I'm not drinking enough water, but I'm
Why
trying to
aren't
get
you eating ice? What is wrong with you? Are
they
you
got my
okay?
iron level back up and it don't feel right. Like the reason that I ate ice was because I liked the way it felt on my teeth. It was a sensation that just felt really nice on my teeth. And now that my iron levels must be right, I can't it doesn't feel good on my teeth anymore. So we'll see
Uh,
how long that lasts. Because I am tired of the iron infusion still.
I bet.
So I go back to the doctor in July, so we'll see what they say.
I bet. Can I have a general reading for the rest of June, please? And thank you, Miss Cherry Blossom.
You sure can. Let me put your little question up there. You guys, this is how you can reach Sheri Beery. I guess I should have put my info on there, but I didn't. Let me see if I can do that. I don't know how to press.
This is what I
Put
have
the
to say
caption up here so y'all
about
know.
these.
We're not doing love readings. Don't even start.
It's funny because I have a friend named Kristen who may be coming into the live, and she wants a relationship reading. And I said, well, Angie hates this, but I know that she'll give it to you. I said, but I'm opting out because I know the situation.
I won't give her. I'll give her a regular reading, but I won't do a relationship. I hate love readings to the core.
I didn't say love. I said relationship reading.
Same side of of a different coin. Y'all ain't fooling me with semantics. You want me to tell you how somebody else feel about you in a relationship, and you know
Oh
what?
no,
Somebody
no.
else was like,
She
"Oh
doesn't
no,
she
it's a
doesn't want that.
friend." They was like, "Oh no, it's a friend." Um, they were asking me about somebody at work, and they wanted to know how about this person at work. I said, "Well, you do know you can't just ask these people these same questions that you're asking me." Like I don't like going into other people's energy to tell you how they feel when this person is alive and you can just talk to them and ask.
Troll. Hello, and
Oh my
Anton
god.
James, you piece of crap. Why are you trolling people? Go get your own.
Exactly. Like, what the
Go
hell?
get your own Facebook, which I forgot to put. Hold on, I gotta fix that.
I'm put him on the block list, and then let me go into my Facebook and block him again. Like, what is the problem, people? Just not
I don't
today.
know. Why are you trolling people? I don't know, ma'am. I don't know. I have to.
I gotta make sure I don't block. Um, what's her name? Alicia. I have to block him, not Alicia. Okay, so there we go. Can I ask a chuckle type question? Which one of you guys is most likely to end up in prison someday?
Me.
Well, about 10 years ago, it would have been me, but as
Me.
of now, I am healed and serene. So no, I won't be.
I am.
Look,
I
I am
am
healed and
healed,
serene.
but
So not me.
I
Hey,
drive
Miss
reckless.
Bonnie. Back in the day, it could have been me, most definitely. You know, like I was ready to go. Listen, I was ready to go for it.
This is weird. It's not letting me save video trash notifications on this
Cherry
post.
Blossom, are you still here?
That's bizarre. It's not letting me put this as public
Oh,
on
last
my
week you didn't have much to
Facebook.
do. It was easy.
Yeah.
Miss Bonnie, I was listening to your to the astrology for the week, and I was like thumbs down because all she said was blah 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 emotions, blah 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 more emotions, and I was just like, I had to put a telephone in my comment and be like, "Hello, universe, cancel the emotions. We are using logic this week." But I would advise you all to go on your Love Goddess page and look at the astrology and tarot for the week. Is Don and Miss Bonnie, and it's really insightful how they connect you to both worlds. All right, Miss Cherry Blossom, can I have a general read? All right,
That's
you can go ahead whenever you're ready, Sherry.
okay. Well, I don't think my Facebook is live to everybody because
Oh
it
wait,
won't
let me
let me
see.
change the setting. It's really kind of strange. But oh well. That's why I have YouTube.
I see that you're
Correct.
live. Oh, but you're saying more. You didn't have to make it private or public anymore
Public?
because um he said that when he tried to do it, he didn't have to do it anymore.
Okay.
And it
Like
tells me that
last week
you're
I
live.
did. Okay. But am I live public to get all
Um,
the I mean it's because my account is private.
but I can see. So, are you saying only your friends should be able to see it?
Yeah, but I wanted to change that. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Um,
Thanks. It's not blocked. It's not blocking me. This stream is giving me tingling
oh,
sensation.
I wasn't gonna block you. I was blocking the other person who was trying to get people to come into their inbox. As long as you're not trying to kidnap people and bring them into your inbox to scam them out of their money, official ambassador of the mulatto race, you're okay. Miss Bonnie says you have to do it before you're online, but I don't know because I remember Don doing it while we were live, and I think you've
Yeah,
done it while we were live too. So I
I've
don't
done
know.
it while we're live. I don't know.
My pages are
It's
public, so I mean, you get what you get. You don't have a fit. You get all, I mean, every bit of it. So just thank the Lord, people. All right, Miss Cherry Blossom. Let's see what's going on for June. I got to get into your energy.
okie dokie. So I have some growth coming your way in financial growth and like love and I'm sorry, with like money and luck and fortune and happiness. So I got the three of diamonds, which is three of pentacles, which in playing cards, it talks about growth and gifts and good luck and changes in a hopeful and positive manner. Then I got the Joker. The Joker is an unknown card. It just doesn't tell. It's not for me to know. But you have a situation that you're kind of. I feel that you are kind of. I kept saying it's three. That's so funny because there's a bunch of threes here. It's like you have three options, but it's not giving me a definite direction for you to go. Then I have the three of clubs, and that again is about business obstacles. Oh, so this is a work kind of money coming in, like which way should you go? And you have three very lucrative options. So I see the butterflies flying down with the money wings. One's just one is harder work and it's going to pay off more. One is like not so much the easy. Yeah, okay, interesting. um, So my three of clubs is talking about business obstacles, setbacks, and overcoming all of these issues and troubles. And the hard work that you've put in is going to, sorry, fingers falling, is going to pay off. And, but you have these three choices. Okay, what are these three choices? It's again, I got the six of spades. So your pathways, you make good decisions. So please don't. I was like, okay, thank you. Um, so don't put yourself in a position. Oh my gosh, I totally lost thought. So you make good decisions. You have good pathways. You have things that you do for yourself. So stop doubting yourself. That no matter what decision you make in this situation, it's going to work out for you. It's just which one is going to work better for you.
That makes sense because when I first tapped into her energy, it was dark. Like I couldn't see anything. And then they showed me like a seed that was bursting open and the little flower buds were coming out, which means you're growing through the sun. And so that could be that's a painful ending, I guess, for the seed. Like the seed is dying because you got death. So that's transitioning from one state to another. So you went in the ground as a seed or you planted your seeds. And in order for the flower to bloom, the seed has to die. Like you have to burst through and it's no longer the seed, so you're no longer the seed, you are actually springing up and you're fighting your way through the soil to show your progress. And so I feel like, just like Sheri was saying, you may have had some rough times with that tenor sword. And so now you are starting to burst through the soil and make some progress, to see some growth, to see how you are now progressing. I got the Six of Cups, which is reminiscing, kind of thinking back, like, oh, I remember when I planted this seed. One of the things that Miss Bonnie just said was for the next 72 hours manifest. We're coming up on a full moon. And then if you go and look at Miss Bonnie's this is her channel, Your Love Goddess. I don't have the QR codes because I'm lazy and I just ain't made no QR codes for nobody, and that's just it. But Miss Bonnie said for the next 72 hours manifest. We're coming up on a full moon. I think it's on the 11th or so. So in that way, you release all that no longer serves you, and then you speak the things that you want to come into fruition. And so this is a good time for you to say what progress you want. What is it that you really, really want? Like you're reminiscing about the past, but there's nothing you can change about the past. The only thing you could do is move forward. So if tomorrow the perfect job came, or if tomorrow the perfect husband came, or if tomorrow the perfect life could call you, from the universe, what would you want? What kind of job would that be? What city would you live in? Where would you live? Would it be an apartment? Would it be a house? Like, you have to decide what you want, tell the universe, and then allow it to manifest. Allow those good things to happen for you. Or you're just kind of laying there and saying, well, I'm waiting on the universe to make the decision. I'm waiting on the universe to tell me what I want. That's not how it works. They're here to help you, not to lead you and say, hey, this is what you need to become. What is it that you want? This is a personal experience. A lot of times we lay down our power and say, oh, well, I'm just waiting on my higher power to tell me what to do. Your higher power is waiting on you to tell them what you want so they can make those things happen and give you the lessons that you need to learn, or just give you the experiences that you're desiring on earth. And so if you don't speak what you want, you don't get it. What do they say? Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Speak it into existence. These are all things that are telling you how powerful you are by saying what you want. Like, I think some of the stuff that I was saying that it's going to be, like a frustrating week or a hard week for Pisces. And immediately I said, you know what? I am going to believe in my infinite abundance. I am going to call in great things. I am going to hope that it's going to be a great week, and I am going to focus on it being a great week so you can change the outcome of things. Tarot and our readings are just kind of giving you a snapshot of what it is, or the possible energies that you could use to move forward. So I would really tell you to go and look up your sign on your Love Goddess page, and then see kind of what the energy is for you and what transits are moving through your house. But for me, I see the old you, the passive you is dying, and it's time for you to kind of show your growth and show people that you're ready to move forward. So again, whatever trials and tribulations you've had in the past seem to be falling off because you're at the 10. The 10 means it's done. That's a very painful ending. So I don't know if it's a relationship that just ended, or if it's a situation that just ended with some kind of drama at work, but you are growing, you are showing growth, you are going to progress. It's just about you now saying what it is that you want. The overall energy at the bottom was the Queen of Cups, which is being in control of your emotions, being nurturing, being intuitive, and knowing what it is that your higher power is trying to communicate with you. I love the Queen of Cups because she is in control of her emotions. She is very intuitive. That's you connecting with your higher power and just trying to focus on the things that will make you happy emotionally. Cups are emotions. Cups are, usually water energy. So again, this is just you speaking your mind and getting the things that you desire. So I hope that works out for you. Like, for the rest of June, focus on how you. So the first 6 months are gone, right? Because we're in June. So how do you want the rest of your year to go? What is it that you want? Set a goal for yourself. Like, I set a goal for, oh, I want this much money in my savings account by the end of the year. I want these debts paid off by the end of the year. I want this fitness goal by the end of the year. I want these things. So I had these goals at the beginning of the year. Now 6 months in, how do I change those goals? Because some of the things that I asked for at the beginning of the year, I already got. So now it's trying to focus on, okay, how do I want to expand that for the end of the year? Do I want to learn more about investing? Do I want to learn more about technology? Do I want to learn more about how to expand my channel? What is it that you want, and how can you come about making those things happen? All right. So I hope that helps you out, Miss Cherry Blossom, and gives you some kind of idea as to how to move forward. Let me see what other questions we have so I can go ahead and pin those. Um, Jay, hey, can I ask a question? Is a question, but if you really want a question, just post your question. There's a little scroll down here that says type your questions to be put on the list. Just type your question. You don't have to ask for a question. Just
He
type your
did.
question
He
and no
did.
love question.
He
Okay,
said, "Can
cool.
you ask Zoe's mom friend Jennifer will reach out to me?" That's his question.
Hey Don, how are you today? Still in Florida. I hope the wedding was amazing yesterday. Don went to Florida to officiate a wedding.
Hmm.
He's my official marriage person
Fish.
whenever I decide to get married. Azara, um okay, I'm glad that makes sense for you, Miss Cherry Blossom. Um so Azara, I have you on the list. Jay, I'm gonna hold on to that question because I don't like tapping into other people's energy and what you're asking. I guess you're kind of not asking me to type into the energy, but can I ask Zoe's mom? That's a lot of traveling you're asking me to do. this
Can
person to
I
this person
ask?
to this person. Will this person reach out to me? Reach out to you for what? Like if you want that person to Lord help the child. Okay. I'll come back to that. And that's a yes, no. We can do the pendulum. Do you have your pendulum, Sheri
I
Beery?
do. I do.
So do you want to
Let me
do that for
grab.
this for
Yeah.
Jay right quick? So we're gonna do the pendulum for Jay right quick, and then Azara, I think that's how we say your name. We'll be right back for you. So I have you pinned, and then Jay is the person that we're gonna do right now. All right.
I got no.
So no, she did the pendulum. She got to know. I don't get any energy at all from it. I don't know if it says, could I ask Zoe's mom friend Jennifer? Like what? Zoe's mom
Mm-hmm.
friend was that is a long chain of events. I don't know. You want somebody's mom's friend, so like
Zoe's
granddad.
Zoe's Zoe's mom friend Jennifer will reach out. So Zoe's mom's friend. So Zoe's mom, she has a friend named Jennifer that he wants to
He
know.
wants to know if Jennifer will reach out to him.
Will reach out.
We didn't need that chain of events there, like Zoe's mom. You could have just said, "Will Jennifer reach out to me?" Because that took me a long time to understand what you're trying to say.
I think
But
that's
you
what
want to
it
know if Jennifer
meant.
will reach out to you. I gotta know.
I gotta know.
Definitely not within the next 7 days because I did ask, will Jennifer reach out to Jay in the next 7 days, and I gotta know. I do get like a shuffling, like they're showing me like a table shaking, so I kind of get like there was a shuffling or some kind of scuffle, some kind of argument or something between you all, or some kind of misunderstanding. I feel like between you all, and you may have to be the person to reach out and say whatever it is, or
Well,
I don't know that
I think Jay has like a crush on Jennifer, but Jennifer doesn't. And I think Jay said something that was inappropriate
who
in
is
this
Zoe?
situation.
Like, are you a little? Are you under 18? This feels really
Weird.
high schoolish.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you're asking somebody's mom's friend. So this is a little kid. This is a child? This is like a childhood friend, and you want to know if her mom's friend will reach out to you. Is it about a job? I don't get any information on it.
Negative.
But I gotta know that she won't. So I'm not exactly sure what it is that you're asking about. All right. So Azara, are you here? And does anybody else have any questions? Post your questions in the chat.
This is
No
also
real
a yes
questions.
or no question. They're looking for a job.
Oh, okay. You know what? I don't like these cards, so I'm gonna get a different set of cards. Those didn't seem to be giving me the energy I wanted. So let me try these.
So I got a yes for getting a job in June. So we can break it down like, let's say June 15th. No, June 25th. Yes, that's a yes for June 25th. So it appears that you will have a. Are you looking for a job? Are you putting out resumes, applications, so forth and so
For
on?
visa depends on the job.
Yeah. So it does say by June 25th that you should have
I feel
some
like
type
it's gonna be like a last minute thing. It's gonna come in
of.
very fast, very swift. I did get a yes, but I don't think that it's gonna be the job that you're thinking. It's gonna be a different job. It's gonna be like a last minute boom. Try to get you in on that because I got the Knight of Swords, which is swift action, which is ambition, which is logic, which is making good decisions but acting impulsively and fast. So I do feel like you will get the job, but I just don't think it'll be the one that you want. It may be something that you think is undesirable but will grow into something better. Are you in tech? Is that what you're in? You're trying to get a tech job? Is that what you're trying to get? Is that what the job is? But there are a lot of companies that are hiring for tech, including like American Express needing like coders and things like that. I don't know if that's a job, but that's what I kind of got from you is like it's tech. jobs, and those are the jobs that are probably going to get you the most as far as like visa stuff. I don't know about anything else because you do know our president has a ban on like visas for school and things like that. Chemical engineer. So yeah, okay, that's kind of tech for me. Um, I was thinking more of the IT, but I guess that could be tech too. You apply for 100 jobs, yeah. Again, I got the energy that it's going to be last minute, very swift, to come in, because of your ambition. Um, they're saying, what are the top 5 jobs that you want the most? Like, if you could pick again, if it's what's the job, and then I heard you're just gonna have. I got temperance, so you're gonna have to wait. Like the environment with temperance, you're trying to make things kind of balance out, like a little bit of cool, a little bit of hot, and you're trying to make things come together in a magical way that'll work out for you. And so, what are the top 5 jobs? You applied for 100, but I feel like you're just applying for anything instead of what you really actually want. So if you could have the top 5 jobs, what would it be? What company would it be for? What would the actual job be? What would the actual pay be? What would the terms of the contract be? So you may have to write that out and then just kind of build your own contract for yourself. Like, I want this pay, I want this company, I want this job. So write that down and allow the universe to bring that contract to you. Right now, you're kind of operating in a sense of desperation. Like, I have to have this job. If I don't get this job, then everything's going to fall apart. And what they're saying is they want you to operate in a sense of hope. Like, this is the job that I want, and this is how, and then allow the universe to bring that job to you without you having to fight so hard um, um, to just settle for anything. So again, set your intentions, release those fears. Like I said, it's about to be the full moon. Weren't there supposed to be like 5 or 6 planets in alignment this week, or was it on the
It
6th?
was on the third.
The third, the 6 planets that were in alignment. So
Yeah.
I mean, I would definitely latch onto that full moon energy, and then all the action of all the planetary movement. Again, go to Miss Bonnie's page and look like what the astrology is for you and what houses are being affected. But as far as career, I do feel like you are going to get the job. Again, not the job that you were anticipating, but again, you can change that because this is just the energy at this moment. Set your intentions and you'll get and you can get exactly what it is that you want. I feel like there's a male. So are you currently working? And there's a male kind of in the way of you getting what it is that you want? Because I get a male and I don't know, like he seems to be the decision maker. So I got you on the list, Bree. So it seems like there's a male that is the decision maker in this situation. And I don't know if he's at your current job or he's at the new job that you're going to, but I kind of get that you are. Thanks, Harley, for putting that in there. I need to make you a moderator too, so that you can post stuff on my behalf because that is so amazing. And I really should have QR codes, but I don't. Um, but Azara, is there a male that is kind of in the way or is kind of the final decision maker on whether you get the job that you want or you get the visa requirements? We're good, Alexandria. How are you? Well, Azari, again, the answer to your question is yes, you will get the job. It'll be closer to the end. It'll come in like at the last minute. All right. So I hope that helps you out. So the next person is Bree. And Bree said, can she get a general reading? Yes, Bree, you can get a general reading. Again, look at the little marker, the little scroll that's going across the bottom. Type your questions to be put on the list. No love questions. So go ahead, type your questions, and we will get to you
Love questions.
as
You're so
fast as we
funny.
can.
You're like,
So
no
Bree
love
wants to know if she can get a
questions.
general reading.
No love questions. None. You can't have love in your life at all. Ever.
I just read your comment. We'll discuss that later. You're welcome, Azaria. I hope that helps you out. Stay in a positive mindset. Hey, Victor. Good to see you. Oh, he said late night for you. Oh, really? Why aren't you sleeping? You need some tea. Victor. Something that calms you down. You're a little bit too jittery when you go to bed, or something that you're watching on TV. And I know you didn't ask for a reading, but I'm just getting that energy. I feel really anxious and jittery. And I feel like you need something that kind of calms you down, like a sleepy time tea, or some tea from Miss Sheri. Let me take this off so you can see Sheri's information. Wait, how do I get rid of it? Wait, hold on. Oh Lord. Okay, so let me go back. So this is Sheri. Oh Lord. What? I gotta take everything off. Jesus Christ. Jesus. So
No
this
love
is Sheri Berry's
questions
information about her
ever.
tea. If you
She's
want,
like the doom of gloom of love. Like the
yes, I
love
don't do love
gloom
questions. I
goddess.
mean, if Sheri wants to do your love question, that's fine, but I'm not gonna do a love question for you because I just don't like love. Now, if it comes up organically in your reading, then
She
fine. But
doesn't
I
like
just
love.
doesn't. I don't. I love love. I don't like love questions because usually when you come to me with a love question, it's in a low vibe and there's usually a desperation attached to it. Like, oh, does Billy Bob love me? Is he cheating on me? Is he gonna come back? And what you're asking me to do is to tap into somebody else's energy, kind of like read their journal to tell you how they feel about you. And this is a live person. You can just ask. And so I get it. You guys want to know. It's just it feels kind of creepy to me to go into somebody else's energy like that. So I just feel bad reading somebody else's energy and telling you how they feel about you. Okay?
Go ask Bonnie. Bonnie will do it.
Exactly. Angie Whisper, I got your name on the list. Oh, Medina, I'm so glad you came back. Oh my gosh, I felt so bad because me and Sheri Berry did not get to you last week, and I told you not to talk to me if you didn't plan that trip. But I was just playing with you. I really did want you to come back because I really did have a message for you. So I got you on the list. And if you have a specific question, add it. But I do have you on the list. I'm so glad you came back because I didn't want you to think that I was being mean to you when I said, don't talk to me if you didn't plan that trip. I really did have a message for you. I just got caught up and didn't come back to you. So you are on the list, Miss Medina. Don't hate.
So
Alexandria,
who are
I
we
don't even
reading right
remember.
now?
I don't know. Shit. Oh, it's Bree. Here you go. We're reading Bree.
Okay, thank you.
And Alexandria, I got your question on the list. Chris, I got you on the list. You just said reading, please. So I'm assuming you just want a general. Um, yes, Miss Bonnie doesn't breach other people's energy either, but she loves a love reading, and I just don't. I got you on the list. Mulatto, ambassador of the mulatto race. That is a long name, sir. Ma'am. Yes, you're a sir. Okay, gotcha. On the list. So go ahead and read Bree.
Okay. So for Miss Bree, I did get the 6 of clubs. Clubs are swords. Swords are tears and heartbreak, suffering, challenges, and woes. And the 6 talks about pathways. And the 6th is a representation of the devil card. So there's some addiction, some trepidation, some troubles and bad decisions that have been made by you, or there's some addiction, whether it's food, am I getting food, money, sex, uh, drug, alcohol, gambling. There's something in there that's a repetitive thing that you've struggled with for quite some time. But if you think about the tradition of the devil card, which if I can maybe find quickly, if you think about the devil card, the 2 people that have those chains around them, those chains can be broken, and um, that addiction or those habitual habits that are not healthy habits can be broken, can be removed, can be moved on. I am trying to find it. Oh, there's the tower. So I have that. Then I have the Ace of Hearts, and hearts are cups. So the Ace is the beginning of something new. It's a start. So there's like currently in the current times, there's a start of something new. That's something that you're going to love and enjoy, whether it's a partner or a partnership with some type of capacity. The heart cards or the cup cards are love, family, relationships. And I see that there's something new growing, maybe taking that place of the struggles in the past. Because then I get the Four of Hearts, which is called it's destinations, and there's a relationship sitting here waiting for you to overcome the things that you need to overcome. So I just somebody sold you a line of shit when you were a kid, said you weren't enough or weren't good enough, or you and you've bought it, you've carried it with you your whole entire life. Yeah, I knew the damn devil club's going to be right there. So whatever the addiction is, you see how the chains are low and drooping around their necks? They can get out of that. And until you break that chain, that love that needs to come in from yourself or another person is going to linger. And that's what I'm getting. And I don't necessarily like those types of readings, but I'm going to give you that type of reading because I'm tired of. I usually don't pussyfoot around, but sometimes I'm a little more gentle, and I've just decided not to be that gentle person anymore. But there's something, whether you are enabling somebody that has an addiction or you yourself have that addiction, but there's addiction there. And then there's the love that needs to come in. And I think you definitely need to separate yourself from whatever that situation is, because this is going to come into you. It is waiting for you. It's waiting for you to make those changes that you need to make in your life to bring that positive bad money habits. Girl, I got those too. So until that can be rectified, you can't let this new relationship manifest itself that you want, because that needs to be fixed. Something that I learned was let my money work for me and not let me work for my money. Okay, perfect. I'm sorry, I don't like necessarily giving those, but I've decided about 4 or 5 months ago that I was no longer going to give the touchy-feely dance around the bush, make it look pretty readings anymore. So it is definitely going to be a little bit rougher on the skin at sometimes, and you got one that's rougher on the skin. So, but I see you getting through this. Why are you shaking your head?
I'm looking at these questions, and y'all just really want my
Oh,
head to explode with these. Is such and such gonna talk to me? We are grown adults, okay? We are grown adults. Do you know how many people don't talk to me no more, and I don't even care? I do not care at all. Listen, someone look.
give me the chills.
Okay,
Okay,
Lord
so
help
I
us
hope
all.
I hope Bree that no, thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad I could be that bearer of shit. But I can get rid of it. I mean, it's hard. Um, if you have problems with money, I definitely recommend reading Dave Ramsey's book, and I cannot remember what it's called, but that book helped me get out of like $15,000-$20,000 worth of debt in 1 year. Um, I don't. I'm stupid. I don't continue those practices, but I keep telling myself I'm going to get back into those practices of what that book taught me. So I am preaching to the choir right at the moment, but I wish you everything. And I think Angie's got something better to say than I do.
Oh, a little bit. Mara, I have you on the list. I will do your reading, but I'll give you a general. I per the little thing at the bottom, I don't do love questions. I can give you a general reading, and if love comes up, then I'll do that for you. But otherwise, if you just want love, then I don't know what to tell you, because I just don't like doing love readings. Um, you're okay, Medina. I got you. Just hold on, because I got something better than I got something general for you that'll make you happy. Okay. Bree. Um, when I tapped into your energy, I saw somebody peeking from behind a door watching you, like they're in the shadows watching you. And that's what I kept hearing over and over, is about the shadows, somebody in the shadows watching you. So somebody is watching your performance. At first I thought it was love because I got the Three of Cups, which is a celebration card. But then I got the Queen of Pentacles, and then you were both talking about your money issues. So I do feel like somebody's watching you, on your job or watching your performance. And I feel like you are going to get rewarded for your efforts. Um, and I do feel like you are going to make a little bit more money. You just need to have better habits as to how to do your money. One of the things that I did that helped me a lot was I set up a automatic withdrawal from my accounts. Like I set a goal. This is how much money I want to make by the end. This is how much money I want to save by the end of the year. So I started saving money little by little. Even with my investments, I started doing little by little. At my second job, you can buy stock in incremental portions, right? So I wanted to know about investing and I don't know a lot about it. So I asked my guys to bring me somebody who can help me invest. And then my coworker came up to me and was like, "Oh, did you know you could buy direct stocks from you could just do a payroll deduction and have them to buy stocks on your behalf. And when you buy enough to equal a whole stock, then you have a whole one, right? So you buy portions of it. So that is one way I made my money work for me and where I don't even see it. It just comes out automatically. Then I said at my regular job, because I have multiple jobs. My other job, I set up where every week some money comes out of my savings automatically, and I don't get to see it. And so that way, I started building because I was of the mindset, well, I want to save money, but I want to just put a $5,000 deposit in there and then build off of that. I had to learn that it's a series of steps. Sometimes you have to do small incremental things in order to see it build up. And I just like watching it build, like, oh my gosh, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, until you build up and you keep doing. And then that money is a miss. $25 a week or $50 a month. Is it money that you very much notice? That could be like, that could be your weekly Starbucks drinks. That could be your weekly dining out things. You just learn how to make your money work for you and how to make better choices. But I do feel like you are going to make more money um, coming up. Um,
So
uh,
from what I know, the more you make, the more you spend. So
true.
you gotta like stick to a budget and make it a
But
zero balance budget.
the way that it helped me making more money, I had to move the money so I didn't see it. So if it wasn't
Yep.
sitting in my account, I didn't spend more. But I also, like she said, you do have to set realistic goals. Okay, so if my fast food Friday is Friday, I don't I shouldn't be eating out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I should set a goal for groceries. Like I should know how my money is being spent. And I just feel like maybe you haven't taken a clear survey of how you're spending your money. Like, okay, these are the things that I have to pay for every month. And once I get those out, what do I have left? What is my rent? What is my water? What is my electricity? What is my car note? What is my insurance? What is my gas? What is my food? Those are things that you have to pay for. So once all of those things are taken out, how much money do I have left? And then how am I going to divide that up on entertainment, on, you know, going out to dinner and other things like that, buying clothes and buying things like that. So you have to know exactly how much you have coming in and then what's going out. And once you have a realistic view of that, you can say, oh, well, maybe I need to get another part-time job in order to make some of my efforts. My second job is totally for paying off bills, going on trips, and saving money. That's what my second job is for, to make sure that I have those things in place. When I first started that job 5 years ago, I only got the job for, oh, let's just have some Christmas money. And it did so good with me paying off my bills that I kept it. So 5 years later, I still have that part-time job and I've paid off those debts and now I'm saving money. So where it was in place for at one time for a need, now it's becoming something that I can use for building wealth. So you have to decide how you want to use your money and make it work for you. So all of those things, the Dave Ramsey method. I know several people who've used the Dave Ramsey method. I'm just very um controlling and I just don't want them telling me like, okay, you got to put, is that the envelope method where you put the money in the envelope and use cash all the time? Is that kind
Yeah.
of one of the methods?
Yep.
Yeah. And
That's
so
one of the methods. But what worked for me was allowing myself to only spend X amount of dollars each day. And like, so I have stuff that comes out of my bank account automatically. So I would make sure that that was in my bank account, like those things got paid. And then I would pull the cash and put it aside and know what I was going to spend on what. and then only allow myself X amount per day. So it was a thing learning how to make my money work for me instead of me working for my money. And I did pay off, like I said, $15,000 in debt in a year doing that method. The snowball effect, where you take all of your credit cards or all of your debt and you, the lowest to the highest, and you pay the minimum balances on everything. But the one, like, say you have a $300 credit card, a $500 credit card, a $700 credit card, pay the minimum balance on all of them. But on that $300 credit card, you pay as much as you can, like as
Yeah,
much as you
yeah, yeah.
can. And
But
then
you know, that
when
method
that
has
is,
to work for me for everything. Not just in my
yeah,
money, in my calorie intake. Like,
at everything.
as a person who has high blood sugars, um, I have to decide. I have to make hard decisions on what I'm going to have. Am I going to have wine or am I going to have candy? Am I going to have wine or am I going to have cake? Notice the key thing is
Wine,
wine. So if
wine.
I have to cut out some things because I can't have too much sugar or I can't have too many carbs, you know what I'm cutting out? Candy,
Mhm.
cookies, all the sweets, because the wine keeps me from going to jail. You know what I'm saying? The wine keeps
Mhm.
me calm. So I need the wine in my life so that I don't
We
have to
need her to keep the wine
apart.
in her life.
Exactly. And so you have to make those hard decisions throughout your life. It's just learning how to balance. I'm surprised you didn't get the Temperance card, but you did get the Queen of Pentacles. And that's a person who knows how to gather money, who knows how to make money, who's
Yeah.
understanding how money works for her. And I feel like this conversation is opening your eyes and you're like, you know what? I never even thought about that. Um, Sequoia, is it Sequoia? Sekou. You can be added to the list. Just post your question. There's a little thing across the bottom that says type your question to be put on the list. Just type your question and we'll put it in there.
Yeah. So it
Exactly.
is,
And
it's
y'all,
just
I
all
don't
about,
even drink as
like
much
I
wine as
said,
y'all think. I tell y'all I drink a lot of wine, but I don't.
like I said earlier, it's about making your money work for you and not you working for your money. And we all have this crappy mindset about money, and we get in that bad habit of it. Again, I paid all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff off, and then I've managed to get out of that mind. And the reason why I stopped using Dave Ramsey's method is my kids were very young. And then when they found out that I had cash, my cash would disappear because I had one kid that was going through whatever a lot, and he would make my cash disappear. It's like, I know I had $60, but why do I have 40? You know, it was like stuff like that. So I had to quit putting cash around. But now I do.
Oh,
I have cash again in my house because I don't have anybody living with me but cats. And if they're stealing my money, we got a problem.
another thing I was gonna say about the money, like the first thing that your guys are telling me to tell you is to set goals. Decide. I want to save this amount of money by the end of the year or in the next 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you say that, I'm saving and make it a positive thing. You know, I'm saving this much money by the end of the year, and it could be $25 a month. I am dedicated to putting away $25 a month, $25 a week, $25 every other week.
Mm-hmm.
You set a goal and then do that, and then watch your accomplishment. And then if you do it for 3 to 6 months, be like, oh, okay, I can give myself a treat. Like I always give myself a treat when I meet a
Oh, yeah,
goal.
you
Like,
have
oh,
to
okay, I
reward
saved the amount of
yourself.
money, I give myself a treat. So give yourself a treat.
And
I think that you will, once you set a goal and get an understanding as to how much your budget is and how much money you're spending where, you'll realistically be like, oh, okay, wait, I probably don't need 5 Starbucks a week. Like, I had to learn how to make medicine balls at home for a cheaper amount. Buy the
mm-hmm.
two teas that I need, get some lemon, get some honey, and make it at home versus $5 or $7 a day on Starbucks. That's $35 at the end of the week. That's money that could have went in my savings when the tea bags cost about $2.50 for a pack of 20, and I can buy both of the tea bag pot. That's $5, and then some honey and some lemon, and boom, I've made the medicine ball at home versus
Mystic
spending.
Mint and Tranquil Peach.
Exactly. Exactly. And everybody knows the cheat code. So there's a lot of different ways you can save money, but you just have to you just have to focus yourself in on how you want to live going forward. And then positive affirmations. I am saving money. I am learning to be a better steward of my money. I am making better financial decisions. I am growing my money. I am like, listen, I am still hopeful for this job. Y'all don't believe me, but I really want a job where they pay me to travel. minimally, and have fun. Like that is my goal. Like I've done all the hard work and I am into government regulations up to here. Okay. I am ready to have some fun at work and them to pay me to travel and have fun. So that is my goal. That is what I am putting out into the universe. And I'm just letting them bring that job to me. And when I get that job, I'm going to tell y'all about it. Y'all going to be like, she really did it. Mandy, you want a general read? Got it. I have you on the list. Okay, we need to move faster because we got like 10 people on the list and I am just being too chatty Cathy right now. So let me move it on. And look, Sheri didn't even say nothing. She just in there with it with me. We both just, and girl do this and girl do that. But Bree, you got this. Come back and let us know how it's going and what decisions you've made. And then I do see, like I said, I do see some people at work. Are you working? Because you never said. I do see people um making watching you and wanting to promote you, but I think you just kind of got to step up and let them know that you're ready for the challenge. Okay, so I hope that helps, Miss Bree. So Angel Whisper, you're next, and then Medina, you're after that. So gotcha. Okay, so
I
Angel
think
Whisper or Angie Whisper. Oh, Angie Whisper, I like that. I don't know
the
why.
book is called Total Money Makeover. I just
Total
googled
Money
it.
Makeover. Okay, and you can probably get that at the library for free. Again, there you go.
Yep. Or on thrift books, it's $4.95. I mean $4.49.
Oh my gosh,
Thriftbooks.com.
listen. Harley done already did the figures for you. $1,820 worth of tea per year. Oh my gosh, or $1,820 saved per year. See, dang, Harley, I was spending
Mm-hmm.
$1,800. Oh my
On the
god.
medicine ball. And you know what I do,
Exactly.
Angie? When I do the medicine ball, I buy lemonade because they put lemonade in it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I buy lemonade, and
I
I
just
buy
bought, you know what I
blueberry,
bought? Country Time.
the
The
scoop, the
scoop.
one
I
with
buy
the
the Country Time lemonade and I just put that in there as my lemonade.
I
Yeah.
I buy blueberry lemonade and just use blueberry lemonade in tea
Oh, see,
because
look at us showing you all
or
these ways to save your money. You got it.
Sam's
You
Club.
got it, Bree. Come back and tell us. You
And
good
the
things
other
are
thing that
coming.
I do, Bree, to try to save money is I pre-order my. I know this sounds shitty, but I pre-order like on Fry's or Sam's Club. I pre-order everything and then I just go pick it up.
Oh,
Doesn't cost
oh
me
my,
any extra. I don't go into the store. I don't spend. Here's an example. I went to Walmart today to buy hair products, and I ended up buying two of these creamers and two of these coffee things, and I'm like, God dang it. When I left, I spent like $40 more than my intention was
I was gonna agree
because I
totally
went
with you.
into the damn store.
Yeah, and don't go in there hungry. Listen, I know all the tricks and
Don't
trades.
go in there hungry.
If I do
Don't
my
go in there.
grocery list online, I get exactly what I need. My app reminds me, do you want this? Do you want that? This is what you previously ordered. So I get that. If I go in the store, now they got these pretty displays, and now I got 4 packs of chips for $10. Now I have cooks and cakes and oh, let me try this new little recipe they got. Oh, let me try this new cut of meat. If I go online and just do my click list order and pick it up, I save money because I'm not going in there hungry. I'm not going in there
Going in there.
buying with
Yep.
my eyes and with my stomach. So all of those are great ideas. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
And
I Sam's Club my orders.
yes.
I
And then
do.
the gas at Sam's Club is cheaper too. So sometimes you get a
Yes.
cheaper amount on that.
And then
So
I have an app called Upside that I use.
oh, I've heard of that too.
Now it says it gives you money back, but it actually just pays you your own money back. And I've earned, hold on, because I have somebody that uses it, but I've earned a total of $140. I'm back. So I've gotten $150 back from the app. So it works.
There you go. So listen, look how much money listen. Oh my God, Harley, 1,800, that's $2,000. Lord have mercy. I just need to stop. Yeah. So now you know what else you can do? Just ask for gift cards when people ask me what I want for my birthday. I ask for gift cards to Starbucks,
Visa
to
gift
my
cards.
favorite restaurant,
Yes.
so that I can spend their money, not my money. So and those are treats for me. Like when I was traveling a lot and going on like a lot of those day trips, I would use the gift cards that I got for my birthday or for Christmas to buy my Starbucks when we were on a trip, or if I'm feeling, like I'm just particularly lazy that day, I may go to Starbucks. But again, just letting your money work for you. All right, Miss Angie, are you still here on Twitch? I love a person that's on Twitch. Oh my God.
So I do have a yes that Angie Whisper will find a new job.
Hey, Virgil. Let me get into her energy. That's a good. You did a
Yes.
Okay. I don't even know if she's still here, but there's a is a yes to your question, Angie. You will get a new job. You didn't say when, so um, I tell people all the time you need to be a little bit more specific, and just a job is not what you want. You want a job that meets your qualifications, the right pay, the right hours, the right distance from work. You have to set all of those things up and tell the universe what you want, because you can get a new job. I mean, but what if your new job, like, I don't know what would be a horrible job for you, but like being a daycare worker would be a horrible job for me, because I can't deal with the little children. Like, get these little people away from me. They just too much, too much. And they need too much. I need self-sufficient kids who can go in there and make their own snack. And so it just depends on what you want. So will I find a new job? Yes, you'll get a new job, but is it the job that you want? And that's what you have to do, is set the intention on the job that you want. So yes, you will get a new job. Is it the one that you want? I don't know, because you didn't set that intention. That's not the question that you asked. Oh, let's see what she's saying about the credit cards. If you're honestly good with credit cards, to get your credit cards to oh yeah, give you money back. Yeah. Alicia, you said the right environment. Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. I know exactly what you mean. Got it, Alicia. Clocked it. I know what you mean. Because you could get a job that you think is the right of your dreams, and it could be a toxic environment. So set all those things out there for what you want in that new job, so that you can get those good things. Okay. All right. So Miss Medina, back to you. Okay. Let me see. Did she even put a question in there? I think she did. I don't know. I did. Wait.
No love questions today.
Um. Okay. So Miss Medina, let me see. I feel like you're still in that heartbreak space, because immediately I just felt like you needed a hug. Like that was the energy I got, where you still need a hug. You're still kind of pining over this person and wondering um if you should reach out, if they should reach out, how you should respond if they are reaching out to you. And, I just don't feel like you're ready to move forward yet. I feel like you're just not ready to move forward yet, because you just need one more go round with this person. And it doesn't really matter what we say. You're going to give this person another chance, and you're going to try to move forward with this person one more time, because you just, and not necessarily haven't learned your lesson. Maybe you haven't found the full value in you. You haven't decided that these are my non-negotiables. Like I always tell people, what are your non-negotiables in a relationship? Is cheating your non-negotiable? Is children your non-negotiable? Like, what is your non-negotiable? And I feel like you keep making a line, and then you keep crossing it, or you keep allowing this person to cross it, and so they're just going to keep crossing that line until you decide that you've had enough. And so no amount of should I, shouldn't I, love readings are gonna kind of um matter until you're ready to make that change in your life. Is kind of what I'm getting for you, Miss Medina. You're just not ready to move on yet. And until you find the standard that you want, you're not going to get it. Like at this big age that I am now, I'm look 50 is right there, and I can see it right there. And my son is 19. So at this age that I am now, I don't want to date someone who has little children. And so that's one of my non-negotiables. I just don't want a person who has little children, because I don't want to do parent pickup no more. I don't want to go to sports events. I don't want to do none of that. I want a life where I can travel, where we can be companions, and where we can have a good time. And so those are some of the things that I have set forth that I won't, back down on. And so you just have to decide that what your non-negotiables are, and move forward with that. And then what you think that you deserve. And I feel like your friends are telling you this is what you deserve, and you're kind of not wanting to hear that, because you think, and it's the same way with me. I feel like these are my friends, and they're just trying to tell me what they think I want to hear, versus knowing what my heart space is. And you're just stuck in that heart space where you don't want to move on yet, because you're reminiscing on the good times versus seeing the whole totality of the relationship. Sometimes we'll be like, oh, well, but we went to the movies and we had a good time. We had a romantic date. And so you're stuck on that portion, instead of the time that they cheated on you, or they lied to you, or they didn't do this, or they didn't do that. or things like that. And not to say that your relationship was all bad, but there's a reason that you broke up or that you separated, and you need to find the balance between that. Like maybe make a pro and con list. If I went back, what would I want to change? What was the reason that I left? How should I move forward? Okay. Exactly. What Alicia say? I'm not doing a pre-K graduation. That's
I'm not
just
doing
we're
pre-K
just done.
through
I'm not
through
doing under
12th grade.
15. I'm just not doing
Nope.
under
I'm
15. If
not
your
even
children
doing
are under
under
15, you need
18.
to find somebody else to do
You
it.
got kids under 18? Nope. Unless it's a few months away from their 18th birthday.
Exactly. Because
No,
I'm not trying to. No, I'm not trying to do it.
no,
I'm not trying to do it. Exactly.
no. That's
Um,
no. Good. I
Mass
mean,
girl, I got you on the
girls
list.
who
So
has
that's kind
children.
of what I got for you.
No.
Hold on, let me go back to you. Medina, because I got some more good stuff for you. On the job front, do you do a service? Is one of your jobs a service? Like, do you do hair or nails, or do you have a service that is marketable that you are not tapping into? I don't feel like you're totally happy in your career choices, and they're telling me to tell you you need to tap into your natural skills that you have and apply this service and allow this service to kind of consume you. Like, change your focus to your career, and then your relationship stuff will just kind of fill in between, right? So what do you have a service that you can offer or that you know how to do that you should be doing? Like maybe going into business for yourself or some, they're showing me a service that you can provide that you're not tapping into and that you're not totally like, I don't feel like you hate your job, but there's a couple people who could get it. Like there's a couple people you could get the business right now. Like they, like if you spoke your mind, you might be let go. Like you feel like, you know what, I just, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like you need to focus on your career aspirations because you're ready to move forward, or the universe is ready to grant you the step up that you're ready for, and or that they think that you're ready for, and you're just not focusing in on it. Like I feel like you're also dealing with like age situations where, oh, I'm 25, I should be married, or I should have a kid, or I'm 30, why am I married? And you're letting a little bit of those things kind of cloud your focus as to what you think that you should be doing in your life right now. And what your guys want me to tell you is you set the pace as to what you want. If you want to be married, then focus on how do I get from where I am now to I'm ready to receive a reciprocal love. That is one thing I had to say, a reciprocal love where I'm not giving too much and they're not giving too much. We're giving a nice balance where we both communicate, we both want the same things, or we're both moving in the same direction. So one of your prayers or one of your affirmations is, I am ready for a reciprocal love, or how do I get from where I am now heartbroken to ready to receive a reciprocal love, or where I'm ready to receive my husband, or to where I'm ready to start a family. These are things that you ask your guides or your higher power, or when you pray, how do I get from where I am now, heartbroken and unsure, to where I'm ready to receive a love that is going to cherish me, or whatever it is that you find desirable in a relationship. You also have to set that standard. What is it that I want from somebody? Do I want somebody who has a dominant personality? Do I want somebody who likes to play sports? Do I like somebody who's funny? Do I like somebody who's intellectual? Do I like somebody who likes to travel? Do I like somebody who likes to eat? Who likes to cook? You have to decide those things that you want so that you can get those, so you can find those desirable qualities. If you don't know what you want, then you're just gonna get anything. Am I gonna find a new love? Yeah, you could. But does that mean that this is somebody who actually loves you? Finding a new love could mean that you love them, but they don't love you. So what you want is a reciprocal relationship where there's an even give and take for both of you. He gives, you give. And so that's what you're needing to be asking for. You're divorced with two teenagers. Oh, okay. Right. So if you want to have a love again, because I think that you want a relationship, they're saying, set those goals that you want. Like, what is it that you want? Exactly, as well as peace. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Set those intentions so that they can give it to you. Because a lot of times we just say, I want this, and then that's what they give us. Because you weren't specific in what you want. And you said you're into fashion. So how can you turn fashion into something? How can you sell? Like, is there Is it that you want to design clothes? Because I have a friend, she is very good at doing like creating unique fashionable items. Like she knows how to dye clothes, she knows how to alter stuff with her Cricut. And so she knows how to do those things. So that is a market that she can tap into where she can sell those items. So when you say you're into fashion, there's a lot of things you can do with fashion. Are you wanting to be a stylist for somebody? Are you wanting to design clothes for somebody? Are you wanting to do somebody's hair? Are you wanting to do somebody's makeup? What is it in fashion that you want to do? And how can you make that marketable for you? Because they're showing me that you can have a service that you can sell or that you could market and that you can make money off of. Whatever you do now, are you in like a customer service type situation where you have to deal with the public often? And I see you kind of like biting down, like biting your tongue, and there are things that you want to say, but you're kind of holding back because you want to be um you don't want to be mean, right? And so I'm getting that you really need to tap into something that you want to do. If the perfect job could call you tomorrow, what would it be? What industry would it be? What hours would it be? Would it be at home? Would it be in office? Like these are things that you have to set. What is the ideal pay that you want to make at the end of the year? And don't base it on your earthly things like, oh, I make 50,000. Oh, I will be okay with 55,000. Set the your higher power has no limits. You putting a limit on your higher power is you restricting your higher power. The God that I serve or the person that I pray to has no limits. They can give me anything I want. If I make 50,000 now, I want to make 75,000 by the end of the year. And that's not a stretch for them because they have access to everything. He can give me anything I want. A lot of times we have not because we ask not. And so what is it that you want that you are not asking your higher power for? Your claims adjuster. Oh, okay. And I got service and I got you talking to people and I got like people maybe coming to you acting crazy. Like, well, why did you give me this amount? So I feel like you're very cordial to them and professional, but there are really other things that you want to say to them. Like, you knew that piece of shack wasn't blah, 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 or you knew that piece of, like, I feel like you really want to speak your mind, but you do have to be very, um, professional in what you say. But again, you can even move up in that company and go to something else if that's no longer what you want to do. But I feel that you're very good at it and you can just kind of transition into something else once you set your mind on what else it is that you want. And then, is there one of your children who's very much into music or theater? Because they're showing me one of your children, and they're showing me music, like they're showing me music notes. So does one of your children sing or is in theater and some kind of entertainment that they want to go into? You seem to be a little bit like, I don't know if I should let them do that. As long as you're guiding them and encouraging them and watching over them, then they won't get caught up in the system. But you have to give them some guidance on that. But I am showing that you should support them, but give them positive support and guidance so that they are not taken advantage of in the industry. Okay? So I hope that helps you out.
Stay
Do you
away
have
from
anything
P.
for Miss
Diddy.
Medina?
Stay away from P. Diddy.
Exactly. So I hope that helps you out, Miss Medina. But I already know that you're going to give this ex or this person that you broke up with, I feel like you're going to give them another chance. And that's just a lesson that you'll have to learn. Okay. All right. So the next person is Alexandria. Are you still here? First thing
Women.
I'm going to ask you, your daughter is into dance. Okay. Encourage that, but guide her that she's not taking advantage of. Okay. And then Alexandria, are you still here? And after Alexandria, it's Chris, then the official ambassador of the mulatto race, and then Mara, Lorraine, Mandy, and Mask Girl. You're all on the list. So in that order. And I know y'all didn't hear none of that, but Alexandria, yep, she's still here. And then you said, are you going to make decent money? Have you decided what decent money is for you? Virgil, you're not blocked. You're still in our good graces. Oh, Sequoia is. How do you pronounce your name? Can you tell me that? Can you tell me how to pronounce your name? This person right here,
Seku.
Seku. Is that right, Seku? Tell me how to pronounce it phonetically so I can pronounce it right. And then I think I have you on the list. Oh, I was waiting on your question. Give me your question, Seku. listen, Keena is not here, so this is real Kmart, this list, because Keena is supposed to be in the background keeping a list, and I'm just not doing. Oh, you wrote your question. Let me go back and find it. Okay, there you go. I got it on. I got you on the list. Money
So
problems get comfort. Oh
I'm
wait, no, that's not the question. That's you making a comment. Now I don't even see your comment. Oh my God, can you type it again, please? I lost it, and I am bad at it. So Alexandria, here you go. If you're ready, you can go ahead and do Alexandria.
uh, what is the that's very well, yes, you're going to make decent money because the money you're making now is decent. It is money, it is flowing in, but what is decent to you as compared to what somebody else is? So I'm hearing like, yes, you're making decent money. And then you ask for like when is decent money coming in? The universe is like your guides are telling me you're making decent money because any money is decent. um I'm getting by the end of 2025 you are going to get an increase and it's going to be significant. Hold on. So I asked if you would get like a $10,000 a year increase. Are you that you will need to change jobs for this though? So that's kind of
I
what
got
I'm
your
seeing.
question, SM. Um, thanks to Harley for telling me where it was. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Um, so I see a job change by the end of the year, and that job change should provide you with an increase in income. But I also see that you're stuck in this. They're showing me a room and you're stuck. Like you are harnessing your energy to stay stuck on where you are and understanding that the definitions of what decent means. So once you break through on what that is and set, it's like I think I don't it's like asking for the universe for money, not giving them a specific amount, walking by a penny and passing it up because it's not the amount of money that you want. So when you ask the universe for money and you walk the past the gifts that they give you because it's not what you had in mind, they're still like, but I gave you money. So it's what is your amount of money? What is your amount of decent? What does that mean to you? And when you ask that, do you put that out to the universe or do you just say, I need to make more money or I need to make decent money? So be specific with your questions. Be spot on with them. Like, I need to make X, Y, and Z by da 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 da. And again, go back to Dawn's book of inspirate, like affirmations, and put that out there. But I do see you making a job change by the end of the year, and I do say that the job change can has the potential of bringing in at least 10,000 more because that was my specific question. Go ahead, Angie.
All right, that makes sense for what I got. They told me to do a past, present, future for you, and I was gonna do. I remember you. What you used to tell me, your purpose, and your plan.
Yes, you,
Yes.
your
Okay. So I
potential,
did.
and your yeah.
You're okay. So this felt kind of like that. So immediately when I got your past energy, I got the 10 of Wands, which means you're carrying more than you. Or you're carrying a load that's too much. So maybe the reason you're asking about decent money is because maybe your expenses are kind of outweighing how much money you came in, or you're thinking about, oh, how can I save for my future? But I do feel like you were carrying a load. This is your past energy. You were carrying a load that was too much for you. So this is a card that came up, a 10 of Wands. But a 10 is at the end, which means that you are definitely headed for a new beginning, and that is what I got here. And you know what? I'm gonna have to tell y'all, this really do look like a penis. I just
It does. Oh my gosh,
so why
Angie,
did they make it
I
like that?
hate
Look at
you.
the tip
I
of it.
hate you. I hate you. You and I, we're done. I
That's
can't
the
with
outfit,
you. I'm
y'all.
never
Queen
gonna
of
look at the
my life.
card the
Okay.
same.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
Okay. Um, um,
Y'all have virgin ears. Don't listen to her.
exactly. Chris, there's one person ahead of you. That's what you're taking care of your gremlin at the moment. Your car?
She has a
Or
5-year-old.
you got a for real gremlin. Like, don't put water on, don't feed it at night,
She got a
gremlin.
5-year-old.
Yeah. The little. Okay, so Alexandra, okay, so I got again that you had a burden, and then I got that there's a tower moment. So that could be you. That doesn't necessarily have to be a big thing. Somebody told me something today, or I heard somebody speak of the tower energy as a sudden clarity that could come up. It's something that kind of it's a sudden upchange, upheaval. It's a big, quick, fast change that changes things for you. So maybe you got a different perspective on things, or maybe you start thinking differently, or it could be a huge ending to something, but it's quick, fast change. It looked disastrous, but it's something that you needed to jolt you
I
out of this
love
situation, right?
the tower card. Like I love that everybody goes, oh, the tower card's so evil, blah, 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 but
Fast
it's a
change. I love
life
it because it's
changing
swift.
fucking
It
moment
comes in.
in
It don't
your
give a
life.
damn. And the tower means that you have no control over it. You sat in this energy, or you sat in this for the longest, that your higher power came in and said, you know what, we need to make a drastic change. So whatever that drastic change is, it could be a change in your thinking. It could be a change in how you it could be
It
like
could
you a
be
job
winning the
loss, it could be a
lottery.
certain move, it could be winning the lottery. It's just something that comes in quickly, and it's a big, huge change all of a sudden, because this is a major arcana and it's a tower card. You were you were at a 10 of wands, which means you were at the end. And then for your future energy, I got two cards. I got waiting on your waiting on your harvest to come in. Then I got the 4 of wands. So more wands energy. Wands are usually career focused. Um Miss Bonnie likes to call this the marriage card. I do not. I like to call it the reunion and coming together community card, like you're having a reunion with family and friends, celebration and things like that. So this is the 1111 card. Also, people call it the 1111 card. Wands, fours are stability. So you're going to get back to a stable place. You're waiting on your ships to come in. You're waiting for things that seeds that you planted to come in. So this is your future energy. You're waiting on things to come about that you have been already thinking about. And then I asked for advice from spirit, and I got the nice penis card, which is the Ace of Wands, new beginning. So this is new inspiration, creativity, things that are coming your way. This is usually have to do career focus. Wands are is creativity, passion. Aces are new beginnings. So you end it and now you have a new beginning. That's perfect. When you have an ending, you should have a new beginning. So your money troubles are ending and your new beginning is coming. And then your outcome was the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So again, but what is your wish fulfillment? Decent money again could be 50,000, but good money could be 75,000. So what is good money to you? What is decent money to you? Set that intention and tell your higher power what it is. Am I going to make 25,000 more than I make now by the end of the year? In the next 30 days. You set the parameters. What you guys are doing is laying down your power and telling the universe, oh, by a millionaire standards and decent by my standards may be different. Decent to me could be $100,000, but decent to a millionaire could be 45 million. Who is the decent? You have to tell the universe what decent is to you. You have to tell the universe how much more you want to make. Like I said, I told my guys I wanted to have 10K by the end of the year. They gave it to me by mid-year. And so then I had to set a new guy. Oh, I want to have 25K in my savings by the end of the year, or I want to have 50K. You're limited by what you ask for. Your guides, your higher power has no ceiling. They can give you anything you want. You limit yourself by what you ask for. I read a post the other day that says abundance isn't limited. You don't have to grow into abundance. Abundance is always present. What you do is set limitations on your abundance. So what is decent money to you? What would make you happy? How much more money would that be? 50,000, 100,000? You don't have to wait for it incrementally. I want to make $100,000 more than I make now by the end of the year. And then you allow your guys to give you step by step instructions on how to get there. So yes, you will be making more decent money will be coming in, but what is decent money for you? you have to set those parameters as to how much more money you want. And I like what Hardy is saying here. I love the Tower card. Think of it as bringing changes to what needs to be changed. So it could just be boom. Immediately when we said that you need to decide how much more money, that could have been your Tower moment. I never thought of it like that. So now I decide I want to make $50,000 more. You set that goal, and now your higher power is giving you $50,000 more to make. So what is decent money to you? You have to decide what that is. So yes, decent money is going to be coming in, but what the next thing is, what is decent money to me? So that's what you need to decide. Okay. So I hope that helps you out, Miss Alexandria. And then Chris is next. And I thought I copied Chris's question, but maybe I didn't. Oh, you
She
just
just
said
had a
reading, please. I thought Chris put a question in there, did he? Or she? Did she put a question in there? If you did, I don't have it. And then after Chris is the official ambassador of the mulatto race, Marwa, Lorianne, Mandy, Mask Girl, and then SM. You're all on the list in that order. If you're still here, please let me know. Okay. And don't feed them after midnight. It's true. Listen, I love watching Gremlins. You're welcome, Alexandria. Come back and let us know how much more money you or set a goal. Like literally, I would set how much more money I want to make, how much money I want to save, because the full moon is coming up. So you release all those things that you no longer that are no longer release all those things that no longer serve you. So if debt no longer serves you, release debt. Give your debt permission to go. I release all the debt that I have it now, or set a goal for I want to pay off all of this debt by the end of the year, or by the end of the month, or I want to reduce my debt by this much by the end of the year. You can set those parameters and then allow your higher power to do those things for you. Okay. So then, all right, Chris said just general. Gotcha. All right. So general for Chris. All right. So go ahead. I'm gonna be ready, Sheri. Ready. Oh, I like that, Hardy. She said she had a dream last night, and what I'm saying is what she's feeling. Got it. Go ahead, Sheri. I'm sorry.
So I got this Six of Diamonds, which talks about prolonging. It's a pathway. I mean, I'm sorry, Six of Spades, which is swords, which talks about tears, heartache, suffering, and changes. And I got this as in your past, which is talking about the Devil card and getting over and through some temptations. I had this card earlier. I explained what the Devil card was. It's about getting over addictions and temptations and poor decisions. But I see this as in your past. And then I got the Queen of Diamonds. So the Queen of Diamonds is talking about female energy, and it's about luck and fortune and happiness. And there's a female person that is coming into you or that is with you, that is a sound advisor. They're your side partner. Like they are there to support you and to give you the things that the information that you need to hear, maybe not want to hear, but need to hear. And they're going to give you really good advice and be there and be supportive for you. Then I got the Ace. Oh my God. Okay.
Virgil, I do not like it.
I don't like you either. And then I got the Ace of Hearts. Hearts is cups. Cups is emotion. This is about love, romance, and family. And this one says a new romance is and rekindling of old love. So this is in the future. This is your future card. So I'm getting that there was some struggles, that you have the support that you currently need, and that this new and abundance of love, a rekindling of love is on its way. I hope that makes sense for you, Miss Angie.
Hold on 1 second. Oh my God, I am messing up terribly. I was asking Harley if she wanted to join. Um, Virgil, you made me laugh out loud. Just ridiculous about that Diddy
Don't make
comment
her
and you
laugh
being
out
there and being innocent. I am so.
loud. Ain't nobody innocent at a Diddy party.
He said, "I'm innocent. I ain't seen nothing." Okay, so Chris, um, okay, is there somebody who? Okay, they show me a somebody's watching you. No, no, no. This is exactly what I heard.
Oh, and then she goes, "No, nothing on your
He
mic."
loves you. Is there somebody in your
Now
life?
go. Okay, repeat what you just said because it went quiet. You buffered.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's your
Oh my
connection
gosh, what was I got?
sometimes.
Now I totally lost my train of thought. Oh,
This is
okay.
what you heard.
I heard them say, he loves you. So, um, is there a guy that you're doubting whether his love or affections are true? Because I immediately heard he loves you. Um, and then I saw somebody kind of like standing in the shadow, waiting on you to trust them. So I don't know if this is a situation, and this it's a love reading, but I don't mind love readings when it comes up organically and not and you know, like if spirit is just telling me to tell you this information. So I'm getting that there's somebody in your energy who
She needs to
loves
stop
you
crying.
and wants to be with you, but you are doubting whether it's true or not. And so they're telling me he loves you. Like, you know, go ahead and move forward with this person. You don't have to doubt them. I don't know if this is a situation where in the past you had some relationship issues or where you had some relationship issues with somebody with others in the past and you're being very cautious with this person, but they're saying this person is being true and honest with you and don't doubt that they do love you. It seems to be somebody that you know because they're looking me directly in my eyes, and when they look me directly, oh, okay. When they look at me directly in the eyes, it means that you know this person personally and that you are familiar with them. It's not a stranger. So I'm getting that this person does love you or does want to be with you, but you are the person that is doubting the situation. Um, and they're saying, you know, you can trust this person to be truthful and honest with you. Also I'm getting are you thinking about relocating? Is that the question? Is that some of the question that's dealing with the issue? Because I got a transition. That's transitioning from one world to another world. That's also a success and achievement. So are you thinking about moving and you're hesitant to move? Because I'm getting relocation for you. I'm getting moving to another area or moving to another location. So is that a part of your journey? Like, is that something that you want to do is move? Because they're telling me, yeah, it's good for you to move. And then let me see what else I'm getting for you. Oh my goodness, I just realized that car is naked as a jaybird. Her Tata Licious is all out. What listen, this company is just giving you all of the, just trying to cover up the little nipple area. But I do see a transition to a more like success and achievement. Like maybe you're not patting yourself on the back, you're not recognizing the achievements that you're making, and you're kind of being a little bit hard on yourself because they showed me you like you're a hammer, but you're hammering your own self, you're beating your own self down. And they're saying, yes, you need to give yourself a little bit more credit for where you are, what you're doing, and you're just not giving yourself enough credit for that, right? So then I'm also getting let me see what else I'm getting for you. I heard, what are you wasting time on? They said, what are you waiting on? What are you wasting time on? You already have the victory. Soon as I got, what are you waiting time from? I got the chariot card, which is victory. Moving forward and you getting the victory that you want. That means that you're in control, you're leading it, and you're going to get the victory. So I don't understand. So and these are all major arcana cards. So these are big changes in your life that need to happen. Um, and they're saying you need to move forward. You need to put some action in it because these are action cards. These are all movement cards. These are all things that are saying transition from where you are to something better. This transition from the light. See, they have one foot in the past and one foot in the future. Like you're ready to move to the future, but you're still holding on to something in the past. And they're saying let it go and move forward to your success and achievement. And then I'm also getting that the victory is already for you. And then I'm getting all these options on the bottom of the deck. The overall reading is a lot of options. The Seven of Cups, which means that you have a lot of options available for you. Which ones are you concentrating on, or which choice are you going to make? But it seems to me they're showing me the Four of Cups, like you're saying, nope, I don't want that. Nope, I don't want that. Nope, I don't want that. But you're not telling exactly what it is that you want. You're saying, no, I don't want these things, but you're not being specific about what you want. I feel like the overall reading or the overall theme of today's show has been making choices, telling the universe what you want and setting those intentions so you can have them,
Hell
not
yeah.
laying down your power and saying, well, whatever it is the universe wants to give to me, that's what I'm going to take. What if the universe come to you tomorrow and be like, you know what? I think you need to be Sister Mary Clarence and you should go ahead and be a nun. Are you going to be okay with that? I'm not. When I say husband, when I say I'm looking for a husband, I tell the universe my husband, a reciprocal love, not just a husband, because they could give me somebody else's husband. Am I going to get a husband this year? Yeah, you could, but is it your husband? I am specific with my guys. I am ready for my husband, a reciprocal love, a person who does not have little littles, a person who has a good job, a person who is gentle, a person who's loving, a person who wants to travel. So you have to be specific. And I feel like you are not telling the universe what you're wanting, but you're telling the universe what you don't want. So they're like, we know exactly what you don't want. What do you want? How can we make your goals and your dreams come true? Because they're also showing me the star card, but the star card is bent over like this, like it's up. Oh, okay, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Nope, no, I'm not no more. And then you're letting go of your hopes and wishes and dreams, and you're afraid to dream anymore. So they're saying, what is it that you want? How do you want to move forward so we can bring that to you and give that to you in a different way? I feel like you're also ready for a career change. I don't know if you're working, but they're making it seem like you're going from this stagnant place to something else, but you have to speak on those things that you want. What is it that would make you happy so that you can receive those things? Again, the word that is repeating in my head over and over again, you have not because you ask not. You know, if you want more support with taking care of your child, or you want more money, or you want a better relationship, whatever it is that you want, have you stated those things? But have you been specific in the things that you want, or are you just general about it? Just tell me anything and I'll take it. That's not what you want. You want to be specific. Listen, my guys be like, here she come. Here she come. She got a list as long as her arm, and she asking me 5,000 questions because I'm not going to let go of my power. I'm not going to lay down my power and leave it up to the universe to just be like, well, here, just take this. Absolutely not. I'm very specific. I am very intentional, and I am very, very co-creative with the universe as to what I want and how I want to move forward. So when you're ready to step into your co-creation with the universe, speak your mind and then speak it into existence. What do they tell you all the time? You have not because you ask not. These cards were something that was in somebody's head. They spoke it, they made it a realization, and now I'm able to use these cards to do your reading. What is it that you want? Speak it so that you can receive it. Okay? So I hope that helps you out. Do you have anything
So
for me,
I'm
Chris?
not going to spill her tea, but Chris is one of my very close friends.
Oh, okay. So am I in the ballpark as to what she
Oh,
needs to do to move
hell
forward?
yes.
Okay. Miss Chris, all right now. You better get it together. Speak it. Okay.
And I
All right.
think it's quite interesting that you gave her, she really needed to hear that in the
The love
love
reading.
reading.
Because that was the very first thing. Like soon as I got into her energy, I heard he loves you. And I'm like, oh hell, not a love reading. And they were like, no, Angie, go ahead and move forward with it. And so I went ahead and listened to what they said. But they really
Yeah.
wanted you to know that this person does love you. This person is authentic, and you can
And now she can't hear her again.
trust
There
this
she
person.
goes.
Not to your detriment, but trust this person.
Person was
Okay.
authentic.
Oh, wait. It doesn't tell me that like my connection is bad, so I don't know why the sound is going out.
Yeah, it's only, you said like it is authentic. It is, he does, and then it just cut out.
Okay, cool. Yes, you did. You did what? You did hear me, or you did
Yeah.
get it? Like, I hope that helps you out. Like, seriously. If not, then let me know. All right. So then, the official ambassador of the mulatto race, can you give me with a free yes or no? That is important. Okay. Well, what's the yes or no question? Did you put it in there?
I don't need to hear the question. I gotta know.
Oh, there you go. Damn.
I'll just tap into their energy, whatever their question is, say whatever official ambassadors has a yes or no question, please answer, and then it just Does what it does. So I gotta know.
Well, there you go. We got to know. Well, that was easy. All right,
I
Mara,
also
are you
I
still here?
also gotta know on my cards.
Oh, damn. 2 out of 2. Mara, are you here? Lorraine is after that. Mandy's after that. Mask Girl, and then SM. SM, I feel funny, like I'm trying to say SM, but I don't know your life. You're still on the list. Oh, Mara. I'm asking if Mara is still here. Mask
Mara
Girl.
wants love reading. Mara, I'm gonna give you a reading, whatever comes up. I can't guarantee that it
Exactly.
will be love.
So if Mara isn't here, then Lorraine, are you here? Mandy, are you here? Mask Girl, I know you're here. And SM is still here.
Oh, found it finally. Stupid hair. Can you see that?
I love that,
It's,
Harley. I love you saying that. Yes, Virgil, you can ask me a serious question. It
so
felt like
Lorraine is
Mother May
here.
I, Mother May I.
Mandy. Mandy is here.
All right, we'll go to Lorraine because I don't think Mara's still here.
Okay.
So Lorraine asks general
General
reading,
reading.
and then Mandy, you're next.
It's been a
Oh, is
good
it
night.
wait? Is it Mandy or Mandy?
Mandee. Mandy. Mandy.
Oh, because then they said thank you, MAMD.
Where do you see that? General reading, please. Oh, okay.
All right, Lorraine, you're it. If there's any other questions, just type your question.
How many are left on the list? 3, 4?
3 with this,
Okay.
or 4
Man,
total, but 3 after
Mandy,
this.
like Mandy. Okay.
Okay, got it. Oh, got it. Okay.
Thank you, Mandy.
Oh, you're okay. I just want to make sure I didn't mess up your name.
Because she does that. Spelling, even.
I got it right today. First of all,
Good.
you need to spell your name the traditional way with 2 R's. What is wrong with you?
That would be my mom's fault.
Let me talk to your mom.
Chris has talked to my mom. My mom has shown up in her living room. And my mom died, by the way, my mom died in 2004. And poor Chris, when I first met her, she's like, yeah, one of our friend groups, their mom, their like a family member came to my living room. And I was like, oh my God, it's my mother. And she's like, Sheri, it was your mom. And I said, of course it was, because I refused to talk to my mother in life or death. And of course she went to you.
Like, I'm gonna get this message out. You ain't gonna stop me. Listen, look how persistent she was in death. Some of y'all ain't even that persistent in life. Y'all still got this, and y'all still can make these, and y'all just laying down your power. Let me say, if you learn nothing else from me, do not lay down your power spiritually, mentally, physically. Do not lay down your power. Always command your power.
Yep. And so I was like, you could just tell my mom thanks. Peace out.
Oh, you do have a serious question. Okay, Virgil. Got it. Got you on the list.
Okay. So we are doing
Lorraine right now.
Miss Lorraine.
Hey, Quentin. GP, haven't seen you in a long time. Oh my gosh, how have you been? GP, I feel like you've been working out. Have you been walking and getting your fitness on? Go ahead, Sheri. I'm sorry. I keep
It's
talking.
okay. I know. Okay. So I got the Jack of Clubs, and the Jack of Clubs tells me there's a friend or sibling or mutual person in your life that has given you the respect But I also, and this one didn't come up in my reading, but I also feel like you've had in your past somebody that was abusive and emotionally fucked you up. I'm feeling as if it was a male. I'm not sure if it was a father figure or a boyfriend, but it was somebody that you held in a good place. But this person tried to pull you out of this, and they were like a friend or a sibling or somebody that was like, come on, girl, we got this, we got this, we got this. But this person that I'm feeling that I don't even have in these cards um, had such a strong influence. It seems like we connect or we pull out, like we connect with negative stuff more than we connect with positive. So, like for every one negative thing, you have to do 5 positive things to get the negative away, if that makes sense. But this person in your past was really fucking shitty, but you had somebody that was equal, sibling, friend, cousin, maybe male, possibly, that was trying to be supportive of you. That person is still in your corner. That person still loves you. So just know that. I get the Four of Diamonds, which talks about decisions, but it's talking about how how you're waiting for your abundances and the things to come to you. And instead of putting those affirmations into action, you're waiting. Again, just what we've been talking about all night long is stop waiting for the things to come to you and put it in action. Don't ask for money and then walk by the penny. Ask for something specific and expect that something specific to come. And that's what this Four of Diamonds is talking about. Like you're just waiting on those abundances. You're waiting on those things to come. Are you waiting on the abusive person to apologize to you? Don't wait on them to apologize to you, because they're not going to. It wasn't your fault that happened, but apologize to yourself for buying into it and believing it is what I think. Anyways, then I got the Nine of Hearts. The Hearts is talking to me about your ambitions and your goals and getting a new family. Are you, wow, is there a marriage or something that's coming up for you, a shift in your family, new relationships and new beginnings, which I think is very healthy. But to let go of that negativity that person sold you would be an awesome thing for happen. If I'm not sure if you've gone to therapy, you're in therapy, or you should go to therapy, but they're telling me that therapy is something that's needed for this. And that person is still very supportive of you, the person that you had when you were younger. I'm hoping this feels scattered to me, but I think that your thoughts are all scattered too. I'm hoping that this makes sense. Stop waiting for those abundances, take action on them, and know that like there's a shift coming in your family, in your relationships, in your love language to yourself. We kind of forget to have love language for ourselves. What is my love language is communication. Shift in the family for sure. Strong father influence. Gotcha. I have the 10 of clubs. The 10 of clubs is telling me that that there's that the worst is over, and that I'm sorry, I forgot to turn my ringer off on my phone. That the worst is over for you, and that even though there's pain, but you are on the other side of it. You're working through it, and I'm very proud of you for the steps that you have taken and the things that you have done to get where you are. Keep going. Angie, if you have any questions, that'd be great. And I didn't pull that shitty card. That was really strong. That negative male influence was very, very strong.
I do have info. Really quick, Gwen, I am fine. I'm doing pretty good. Are you going to France, Gwen? I immediately got energy of a journey to France. Like I saw the flag. I saw you traveling. They actually showed me the dot 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 from our airport over to going to France. So, are you planning a trip to France, GP? And then back to Lorraine. So immediately when I got into your energy and asked what was for your highest and greatest good, they showed me a person who has isolated themselves and you're out in the cold. Like it's freezing. Everybody else is in the house sitting by a warm fire and you're outside. So it's hermit energy, but you've isolated yourself to this hermit mode because you don't want to deal with the people inside, or you feel like the people inside are judging you for something that they are not judging you for. Um, they're telling me to tell you to come back inside. Like, why are you isolating yourself and keeping yourself on the outside when you need to be going in on, when you need to be a part of the family dynamic? They're saying, um, whatever the issue is that you think is happening isn't. You just really need to have a conversation with these people, like a gentle conversation, and just talk it out, and you'll find out that they really do like you. They really do want to interact with you. It's not what you're thinking. Like I think maybe there may have been like a vibe thing, or you're like, oh, well, I don't know why this person doesn't like me, or oh, these people just don't like me, or they always have something to say, and it could just be the family dynamic that like, oh, they're like that. Like my family is really jokes a lot. Like my sister Keisha, she is a person that will say something and you'll just be like somebody asked about borrowing somebody's car, and my sister said, well, you know what happened last time you borrowed somebody's car? You was and we knew the backstory is like they took this car, they didn't come back, they was gone all day. Like, so she's the person that'll say something like that. It wasn't to be mean, but it was just a fact. Like the last time you took this person's car, you didn't come back and you did this, this, and this. So who will trust you with that car is basically what they're saying. So I don't feel like, people have any ill feelings towards you. Um, oh, you're going to Hawaii on Thursday. Oh my God. So I'm getting that, like they're not feeling that way towards you. Like maybe you're seeing it wrong and they're not feeling that way towards you. And you just really need to have a heart to heart with these people and it'll be fine. Are you the one with the grandmother that is a strong influence over you? I kind of can't tell if it's your energy or if it's Mandy's energy, because somebody is named after their grandmother or something in honor of their grandmother. So I was reading Mandy's comment, but I also got your but I was also asking a question about you or getting into your energy. So there's a strong grandmother influence, and I feel like this grandmother is on the other side. And this person is just kind of saying like, step up. They're trying to tell you to step up. Like I feel them pushing you from behind, and they're telling you to step up, like to kind of put your big girl panties on and be the adult that you are. Like speak your mind
What if you don't wear
and let
panties?
people know how you're feeling. It's kind of how I got it. Is that what you were saying too?
I said, what if you don't wear panties?
Oh well, I mean, put your big girl
I'm
pants
just.
on. Whatever you got on that you need to that are big girls, put them on. Yes, you are able to change your question to a general. What is your question, mask girl? Oh, am I getting onto the course I want? Yeah, you can change your question. I got it. Um, I don't understand that question. I don't understand how you since have more subscribers. Oh,
I
meaning
don't know.
you? Okay, I understand. Okay,
I don't either. I was reading that and I'm like, oh, I don't know what that
right.
means.
Let me see what else I have. Lorraine, I feel like there was a question you wanted to ask that you did not ask. So what is the question? Because they're not giving me any more general information. They're saying you have a question that you didn't ask. Oh, you take on too much energy and you're trying to isolate. Okay. Put your bloomers on. Listen. My sister Keisha said, told my sister, told my niece britches. She used the word britches. And my niece, who's only like 15 now, had no clue what the hell that meant because she said it to her about 5 years ago. She was like, what are britches? That was a big generational thing. I do get, you are taking on, like, you're an empath, Lori. I get that, and you're taking on too much more energy and you're isolating because you're absorbing their energy. So I got the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is usually like traditional institutions, traditional learning, churches, schools, things like that. So this is traditional information. So but I don't understand what they're giving with the traditional. So let me see what they're trying to tell me with the Hierophant.
Do you know as an empath how to shield yourself from those things? because it's very important to learn how to shield yourself from others and
Oh
outside
yeah, and then you wouldn't have to
forces.
isolate. We have tons of things that we do to shield ourselves. You could wear bracelets. Black. Let me tell you, black is it black obsidian? That's my favorite thing to wear. I have
And mine
bracelets that are
is
just black obsidian. What's
mine.
yours?
In fact, this is blue kyanite. In fact, before we started, I said, "Hey, Angie, I gotta go get my necklace."
I have blue kyanite. But I was told that it's very strong, so you need something else to kind of temper it so it's not so strong for you because it gives you a lot of clarity and it gives you a lot of psychic.
Yes,
It increases your psychic abilities a lot. Is that true?
I yes, it can. I used to wear a shungite with it, but my shungite
Yeah,
broke, so I need to get a new shungite
yeah. And
necklace
in
with
the
it.
in the crystal shop, she usually mixes it with another stone to kind of temper it a little bit. I can't remember what she used to temper it with, but she used to do that. Yeah. And so,
Yeah, and
like,
everything just rocks. The lady that works there, her name is Athena. She can make you a bracelet that's specific. However, you can call her and say, "Hey, this is what I am. What do you recommend for that to block those energies from coming in um, from other people?" I use shielding. I use my kyanite. I use diamond. That's a gift, but I use other things too. And I have a friend. In fact, she's in this chat. We just did a reading for her. She is an extreme empath. I mean, I've never met anybody like her as far as being an empath. And she wears certain bracelets. Uh, she can comment in here if she's still on here on what bracelets that she uses because her yeah, her empath stuff is like out of I've never met anybody like her as far as being an empath before. I was like, can you just fucking stop?
one of the things that Tina told us in class was you can tell the spirit, or you can say, I've had enough of that emotion.
Had
Like, I don't
enough of
want that
that
emotion
emotion.
anymore. You can, one of the things that we also learned is you imagine like there's a globe or a glass or a ball or something in your hand and just take that and spread it all over from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. And then you can push out any negative energy or any energy that you don't want in there and you're in your bubble. Before I come onto the live, I do that. I shield myself with that. People carry crystals around with them. You can get, like I said, a bracelet of black obsidian. You can get uh
Tourmaline, black obsidian,
tourmaline,
howlite.
onyx, coral. These are all different things. You can just carry this stone with you, or you could just tell your higher power, like, I don't want to feel all of their emotions. I want to shield myself from them emotions, and then you shield yourself from those emotions. Or when you start to take on those ailments, you tell them, these are not my ailments. I send healing to this person, but I do not want to experience their ailments. Like, you can tell, you control these things. These things are happening because you're an open channel and you're allowing these things to come in, but you can shut them down and say, no, I don't want to feel this emotion. I don't want to take on their ailment. I send them healing to resolve this issue, but I don't want to take on this ailment. I don't want to feel this pain. I've had enough of this emotion. I send healing to them that it may be resolved for them so that I no longer have to feel it. So you can just tell them, so you can tell them that you don't want them to you don't want to feel this emotion anymore. So you got to take control of that emotion or that sensation or that energy or that empathic energy, and know when to turn it on and turn it off. Like Don tells his guys all the time, you can't come into my bedroom. People will say you
Oh,
can't come into
mine
the
too.
bathroom. People
Can't come
tell
into
their
my
guys
bedroom.
all the time, or their higher power, when they can and cannot communicate, where they can communicate, what is off limits to them. You set the parameters. The reason you're experiencing it is because you're just an open channel and you're just letting it all come through. But you can do things to shield yourself from that, and then you won't have to pull away so much or isolate yourself from those people so much. And then you could be in a room with a whole bunch of people and then just have that shield on. One of the other ladies that was with us, she used to say you can just take a stone and you can put those people in that stone. Um,
Hmm.
this person is overly emotional. I'm going to set them in this stone, or I'm going to set those emotions in that stone and let those stones hold that emotion. And then you can set them out during the new moon or the full moon to cleanse those things. Right. I have a lot, one of those Himalayan salt rocks in here that I just keep plugged in, and it's supposed to absorb negative energy. So you can do all kinds of things to help you to align and to not absorb all of that energy. Okay.
Um, and Lorraine, I did your yes or no question that you're thinking in your head, and I got a yes. And Virgil, we're busy. She'll
I
answer your
know what your
questions.
question is, Virgil. You're on the list. Um, and then so Sheri answered your question. She got a yes to whatever your question was that you had. Um, Again, I also get a lot of fast movement. So in the next couple weeks, they're telling me in the next 6 weeks, there's going to be a lot of movement, a lot of energy that is coming your way. You have to be ready. So you need to mentally prepare yourself. So one of the things I do with my guys, I say is, what do I need to do, or what is it that, how do I get from where I am now to I'm ready for all this energy that is coming in? So this is fast moving energy. It's a lot of energy, and it's a lot that is going to be coming at you. But again, you've been waiting on your ships to come in. So they're saying your ships are coming in, and they're coming in fast. So these are the cards that come. This right here means you're past the planning stage. Two of wands is planning. This is passion. This is creativity. This is usually work, career energy. So you've already planned or made a decision. So now you're waiting on your ships to come in, or you're waiting for the result to come in, and they're saying that it's coming in very fast in the next 6 weeks. And then this is that learning. So either you're thinking about going back to school, or you need to learn a new skill or something that you wanted to do, that is coming in. So whatever that learning is, whatever that new skill you needed to have, it's coming in, and it's going to be moving fast. And once it starts, you're going to just need to hit the ground rolling. So tell your guys, how do I mentally, physically, emotionally prepare? Because sometimes we just say, how do I prepare? And you need to prepare mentally, physically, emotionally, for all of these things that are coming in, and spiritually. And so how do I prepare that I'm ready to receive all that is coming my way? And so those are the kind of conversations you need to have. Then you also, again, the full moon is coming on the June 11th. I need to release all that no longer serves me. Release all those things that I no longer need to carry with me anymore. And you can make a list of those things, or you can just allow the universe to remove those things from you. But good things are coming your way. You just have to be ready and prepared for them mentally, emotionally. So one of the things, they're giving me a summary of things that you need to do. One, find a stone that will block some of the negative energy, or learn how to shield yourself. And you could just say, as you walk into the room, please shield me from the energy that is not mine, or that is too heavy for me to carry. Those are things that you could say, or just carry it with you. Sometimes we need a physical reminder of it, so you can just carry that stone and say, when I'm carrying this stone, or when I have on this bracelet, or when I have on this necklace, I am shielded from all of those energies that I don't want to receive. Right? Oh, there you go. On how to block unwanted energy. Yeah, those are things that you can do. So again, speak to the energy and tell them that you don't want to receive it, or speak to your higher power and ask how you can shield yourself, or to have your higher power to shield you, or to buy something. And then they're also telling me to tell you to have more one-on-one time with you and your guides, whether you go for a walk and you're just receiving, or whether you're sitting down in meditation and having that talk with them. But you need to have more one-on-one time with your guides, because you're getting the information that you're receiving, you're overcomplicating and you're overthinking it. When if you just went to your guys, they could simplify it for you. Okay.
I
So I
do
hope that helps
shit
you out.
outside my house. I don't let other people, like, I live in an apartment. So empty. For people who live in an apartment, we forget to shield our neighbor's shit. The people above me, next to me, behind me, and catty corner to me. Like, you need to also remember to make your home a safe space,
Yeah.
and to shield your neighbor's garbage. Not that it's garbage, it's their stuff. Um, Driving, I have been hijacked while I was driving. I was in a good mood, and I was in a good freaking mood. I'm driving to Coolidge, going to work, and then all of a sudden I felt the most empty sadness and sorrow, and thought about ending my life like that. And boom, I was crying, I was sobbing, and I'm like, this is not mine. So we forget to shield ourselves in our cars. So there are, like Angie said, crystal stones, all kinds of things. I'm sure you can email either one of us individually. Our emails or information is down there.
And one thing that
And
you could do immediately is put salt outside your door. That's one of the things that we haven't spoke about a lot. Is a lot of people, and my grandmother used to do this, and I did not know what it meant when I was younger, but I've learned as I've gone onto this spiritual journey, and even Don saw it when he was in Louisiana. go outside your door as if you're walking into your door and sprinkle salt outside your door. And
I
then
sprinkle
set the
it.
intention. Oh, go
I
ahead.
sprinkle it inside my door because salt actually damages the earth. But
Oh,
I'm just a
really?
nature freak. Yeah.
How does it?
There's other things you can do outside your home besides salt, but I sprinkle it inside my house and then I sweep it up because if you keep salting those areas, it'll burn the ground. It's not good for the ground.
The
That's
cement?
just me. That's just
It'll
me.
burn
I'm
the
just
cement?
no, not the cement. But if
Oh,
you're
okay.
gonna sweep it away, pick it up and throw it in the trash.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cause
Or
I put it right at my doorstep. My grandmother used to do it
mhm,
all the time too, and it keeps evil out. It keeps negative energy out, and so you could do that to shield your home. Don used to tell us all the time about what's the clear selenite? You can get little pieces of selenite and put in the corners of your home or in the corners of your property to put a shield around your property. So there's
uh-huh.
all kinds of things that you can
There's
do
all kinds
to
of things
shield
you can
yourself.
do.
All right. Okay, so let's get to the next person. So Lorraine, we're done. Mandy, you're up, and you want to? No, you didn't change your question. Here's Mandy, and then Mask Girl, you're next. I got your new question. SM, and then Virgil was the last person. Virgil, you're on the list. We do have respect enough to learn it, but we can't just move you to the beginning of the list. You just asked a question, so you're the last person on the list.
Hello,
Um,
Nicole. How are you?
I am open to it, but I don't know how much time Miss Sheri Beery has. We're already 2 hours in, and we have like 3 or 4 more people. But if she's open to it, we can give you a reading. You'll be the last one,
I'm good.
Miss
I'm
Nicole.
good with a newbie
Okay.
coming in.
All right, so I'll add you to the list, Miss Nicole. You're the last person.
Miss
Um,
Nicole. Angie says you're the last person.
all right, so Mandy, you're up, General. And the person that asked for love, we're not doing love readings. Sorry. Miss Bonnie was on this morning at 11 o'clock. Was it 11 o'clock? No, 1 o'clock. She was doing love readings. She's on Friday night. She does love readings. I just don't do love readings.
But you don't like love.
I love love. I don't like love readings. I love
No,
love.
and I understand about Angie and her love reading. I don't like getting into other people. Does Billy Joe Jim Bob love me? The fuck, I don't know. Go ask him.
All right. So Mandy, are you still here? Because I know you. Oh, you're here. Look, you were right on it. You knew exactly what we wanted. All right, Mandy, we got you. We've been on 2 hours already, Sheri. Oh my gosh, time is just
Yeah,
going
we
by. That's
almost
because
started
I've
on
been.
time.
We did almost start on time. We were being chatty Cathy's behind the scenes. Yeah, I am hungry. As soon as I get off here, I made chili today. I know it's hot outside, but I still love a good bowl of chili. So I'm having me some chili when I get off here.
I made chorizo, eggs, papas, and queso, and I was partway through it, and I bit into an eggshell, and that was it. I could not eat anymore. It just there's something
Oh,
with
you're the person who left the
eggshells.
eggshell.
There's something about that eggshell that freaks me out, and then I just threw it all in the trash and
Mandy,
took
are
my
you the
chips.
one who has a grandmother on the other side? And were you named in honor of your, like, is there something in reverence to your grandmother? Because I got a grandmother energy. It was either you
Oh
or
shit!
Lorraine when I got into your energy. And it was like one of you were either named after your grandmother or something in reverence to your grandmother. And if that's not you, then it just wasn't your energy. But you can go ahead when you're ready, Sharon.
Miss Mandy. Oh, I kind of like this one. Okay, so I get the Jack of Diamonds, and the Jack of Diamonds. Diamonds is money, luck, fortune, happiness, social circles, and home. And the Jack of Diamonds tells me that there's good news, that there is female energy coming in, like a new baby or a new arrival or somebody that is coming into your space, and it's bringing positive energy, and it's good news. So I'm happy for that one. Then I have the 10 of clubs, and the clubs talks about abundances, and it's a completion, an end to a struggle. Sorry, my hair is bugging me today. It's talking about abundances and completions, and your rewards are coming, and um, good things are just happy and exciting things, like happy things are coming for you. The 10 of clubs is like the 10 of wands. It's talking about work, business, and careers. So there's like happy, good stuff coming for you financially. Then I have got the Ace of Cups, or the Ace of Hearts, which is a new beginning. I have been struggling so bad. I needed to hear that. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh
I
wait,
am,
did
I
y'all
am.
just? I just wanted y'all to see this comment because people think that we are so mean. Look what Mask Girl said. I just want y'all to know we are nice. Listen, see,
We're not nice.
we
You
are
should see
nice.
us when we're
We are
together.
nice.
We went out to we went to go midnight bingo one night, and they stopped midnight bingo, which I think it started again.
I think they
So
did.
then
Oh,
we
they
just
did. We went to it. It wasn't as great.
so we went to a club, and I don't drink, but Angie does, and she doesn't drink a lot. So we go to this club, and both of us are, who we are, and we kind of let our little shields down a little bit. And I'm telling you, we were like what the hell? It was so fun. It was so fun and so funny. But yeah. Anyways, Miss Mandy, I have the Ace of Hearts. So it there's something happening, like something that's coming. I really like this one. This is talking about like new romance, and everybody thinks that romance is, like with a partner, but I have a romance with Angie. I have a romance with Kina. I have a romance with my friends. I love my friends. So don't always think of this as a new physical emotional partner, as in like romantic partner, but it could be a partnership in business, but it's the start of it. It's the end of the loneliness, and there's happiness coming. So I like this reading. I'm getting a lot of happy stuff out of it. See meanies. Oh yeah. So I really do like this reading for you. It does tell me that there's just like new beginnings, and this old crap is over with. Then this three of spades that I just pulled, it's talking about the battles and setbacks are done. The fighting is over. Like, you have made this huge spiritual growth in yourself. Be proud of that. I'm proud of you for the spiritual growth that you're making. Oh, good. So I just like this reading.
Um. Okay, that kind of makes sense because they showed me. They immediately when I got into Mandy's energy, they said she's usually a self starter, but something is holding her back. So
Mm-hmm.
they showed me a body of water, which is usually some kind of emotional situation, and you reaching for somebody. So maybe it's this relationship. You're reaching for somebody, and then there's somebody else pulling you back. But I don't know that it's a person. Maybe it's just an energy that is pulling you back, or some past circumstance, some past like trauma. And I don't like to use the words trauma. Yes, Kathy, we are online, but I've already given you a reading and we're at the end. We are currently online, Miss Kathy. Um, so Mandy, they're showing me like something is holding you back from moving forward fully with this person. And they said you're usually a self-starter, you're really independent, you're really confident in who you are, but for some reason you seem to be off of your mark right now. Okay, yeah. So they're saying, you're usually a very assertive person. You don't have a problem with asking questions or asking those hard questions or just, getting an understanding for yourself. Like they show me you with a very keen ace of sword mind mentality. Like you're really open to finding out new information, but for some reason you're afraid to ask these questions. And it reminds me of this guy that I met a long time ago. My sister used to be like, "Oh, you always ask all these questions. Why haven't you asked these questions?" Because they'd be like, "Well, where are you from? What do you do?" And I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know. That was for a totally different reason. I ain't gonna tell y'all why I couldn't ask those questions, but just know I do understand how sometimes you just kind of get thrown off your mark, and I just feel like you're thrown off your mark a little bit with not speaking up. Like maybe you're afraid that you'll offend him, or he'll think you're too aggressive, or he'll think this, or he'll think that.
We don't need
But
your
the problem
birthday,
is, I'm sorry.
Angela. We Angela posted her
um
birthday.
don't
Can you don't post your
yeah,
birthday?
yeah, we
Please
don't need
don't
to know your
post your
birthday.
birthday.
And so right, but Miss Kathy, I usually try not to read people more than once a week. If you're getting a reading every single day, you're not listening to the information we're getting, and you're just addicted to the readings. I know that Miss Bonnie and Jess gave you a very in-depth reading this morning. Me and Sheri Beery read you last week, and then me and Don also read you. So you've gotten quite a bit of readings, and if you're getting a reading every single day or every single time we're on live, you're not really listening to what we're saying, and you're not taking heed of the energy. You really shouldn't need a reading more than once every 3 to 4 months. You shouldn't need a reading every single week. That's a little bit much to get it every single week, because the energy is not changing that much week to week. It is good to kind of tap in and just see what's going on, but you shouldn't need a reading for us every single week, because we're just telling you the same thing over and over and over again, and you're just asking the same thing. Well, I think today Miss Bonnie gave you a love reading because you were very specific about love, and then I gave you one about finance and moving the last time, and so you really shouldn't need a reading every single week or every single day. That's a bit much. That's pretty much just going asking your mom the same thing over and over and over again. Can I go outside? No. Did you finish your homework? Can I go outside? No. Did you eat your dinner? No. You're just asking the same question over and over. The energy doesn't change that much from day to day or from week to week. And so literally you really shouldn't have a reading more than once every 3 months. Once a month um is okay, but ideally you shouldn't have a reading every single day. Okay? All right. And so then back to Miss Mandy. Um, shoot, let me get back into your energy. They're saying, like, if you're not authentic with this person, like you're presenting him a softer version of you because you think he won't like who you are, that he's not really getting to know the true you. He's getting to know a representative. And when you are fully who you are, he may be taken back, like, oh, wait, this isn't who I met. So present yourself fully. You can kind of adjust a little bit of who you are, but don't totally change to be something else because you don't think that person. Like, I'm not one of those girls who's gonna twirl my hair and just be like, okay, well, whatever you want. I'm gonna speak my mind, and you're either gonna like that person or you're not. I have toned it down a bit, but I still am who I am. And so they're saying just be who you are. He'll either like it or he won't. Because imagine if you think that this person is a loving, caring person who wants to go to like plays and movies and go out and be out in nature. And then 3 months down the line, he's like, all I want to do is sit at home. But he presented a different person to you, and that's the person you fell in love with. And now that the real person's coming out, you're like, well, you're not even who I thought you were. So they're saying just
How
be
dare
authentic to who
you?
you are, you know? It's hard for you to communicate on certain things. Well, this is my thing. And this is what I tell people all the time when they come and ask me, to read and to tell them about, does this person, if you're okay with getting naked with this person, you're bearing your whole soul to this person. You're letting this person penetrate you. You letting this person intermingle with your energy. If you're okay with getting naked with this person, you should be able to ask this person any kind of question, sexual, spiritual, mental, because those are the ways that we get ourselves into traps when we don't ask those questions up front. So say you don't want kids and you're afraid to say that to that person, and then you get down the line 6 months and they're really wanting to have a kid and you've decided that you don't want anymore. So you have to be open and honest with that person from the beginning so they know. You don't have to just come all out and be like, oh yeah, and bare your soul, but you do have to be open and know when it's time to have those conversations and be able to have those conversations. We're all adults now, and there shouldn't be anything that we're afraid to not ask people. Have you ever been HIV? Like, you should be able to clearly say, have you been HIV tested? When is the last time you had a sexually transmitted test to know that you're okay? Do you have children? Do you want more children? Have you been married? Have you been divorced? These shouldn't be topics that we're afraid to ask. We should be okay with that. And if they're listen, when I got online, people
Do
asked
you
me all
like to
kinds of
ride
questions. This one,
bareback?
this one guy on the line, the first thing he said was, "Are you into pegging?" I said, "What's that?" He explained to me what it was, and I said, "Absolutely not." But that was something that he got out of the way early. He wanted to know what my sexual preferences were. And I'm okay with you asking me those things up front so I can say yes or no, that I'm into it or I'm not into it. Or, I've had people online say, do you want to be friends with benefits? Because if that's all you're looking for, give me my options to choose and to say yes or no that I do or don't want those things. If you wait until we're 3 or 4 months in and then I am not into that, you've wasted 3 months with me because it was something that I wasn't into. I've had people say, hey, let's make a video. That's an absolute no for me. I'm not making a video with you. And you need to know that up front. And you need to know that I'm not changing my mind on that so that you don't come down the line later and
I
still
can,
keep asking, badgering me to do that.
I can only imagine your face when he described to you what pegging was.
Look,
I
I
know
was reading the comment like this.
you were like,
Like, first I was just like, I can't believe he asked me that. But then I was like, I'm glad you did ask me that. And I was nice when I said, no, I'm not into that. And that was it. We never spoke again, but we got that out in the beginning because
right.
he explained it to me easily. He was like, this is when you do blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
That's
no,
why I'm like,
I'm not
I
into
can
that.
only imagine
And I
your
just said
face.
no. So it's just about you going ahead and communicating,
Oh my.
who you are at the beginning. Listen, I guess all
Oh,
y'all done found out what peg. And look, don't Google it because you don't want that to be in your Google search. Because now the Google
don't
thinks that
Google
you
it.
you you want to know
Oh
that.
my
All
God,
right, so don't.
Angela. I will explain it because I do know what it is. It is when a female puts on a device and penetrates the male from the rear axis.
Exactly,
Don't
exactly.
Google it.
Don't Google it, Harley.
Don't
Don't
Google
do it.
it. Don't do
Now
it.
Google be like, oh, she into that.
She's like,
Okay. She's a very freaky girl. That's
no,
how
I
you
am not
don't take
into
home the
hiking.
mother.
I know what it is. I'm not into it. I do know
I'm
somebody
not
that
into it either,
is.
but I'm glad he
And
asked
that's
before we
fine.
got down the line, and I'd have been like, sir, I am absolutely not doing that. And to each their own. I'm not mad at your kink. Just I'm glad you asked. And it's just a no for me. It's just a no for me. I've had people ask me, what would I be open to more than one person in the bedroom? No, I don't share. I flunked kindergarten. I don't share. I don't share well, and I just don't do it. I flunked kindergarten, people. I'm
I
not
have been
sharing.
asked
So
some interesting questions too.
exactly. I
Angie's
had a guy online ask me straight out the back, "Do you wear stockings?" And I was like, "Well, I haven't. Like since I've come to Arizona, I ain't had to wear no stockings or pantyhose. It's 2,000 degrees here. I am not putting them on." And so he was like, "Well, if you like," he wanted me to wear them because he wanted to take them off and tie me up with them, sir. I feel like I'm never gonna get out your basement. I feel like if I come over in them tights, you gonna tie me up and I'm never getting out your basement. So no, that's just a no. But I'm okay that you ask me these things up front, so I know I'm not coming over to your house and you not tying me up and leaving me in your basement.
with
I'm
Google.
just saying, people, be open to ask for things. And Mandy, all your higher power is saying is be authentic. You don't have to be aggressive. Be authentic to who you are, and he will like you or he will not like you either way. There's always going to be a new person that's coming up. But overall,
What
your
did
energy
Google
feels really
say?
good. Huh?
What did Google say? Harley says they already looked it up, and that's not what Google says.
Oh, well, that's what they explained to me. Pegging, make sure you're spelling it right. Pegging. 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 And I didn't Google it. I let him tell me because I don't want that in my Google search.
Because it's not only when they use something like an apparatus strapped to them, they could use a toy.
And that's how he described it to me. He said, you put on a
Yeah.
strap on and give it to me, basically. So.
Yep.
Exactly. And listen, people are asking all kinds of questions, but I'm glad they're asking. So I already know, and I could be like, absolutely not, sir. That's just not going to happen.
Yep. I've had a guy on a dating app ask me the same thing. Do you like pegging? I'm like, negative. I'm not a dominant person in that aspect. Everywhere else in my life,
I
I'm
don't want to do
very
that much work. I've seen what you guys have to do
no,
with that
yeah,
apparatus, and I'm not into doing all that
nope.
work. First of all, no, I'm just not into. Listen, this is not an aerobics class. I'm not going through all that. That is your claim to fame. So I'm gonna let y'all do that. No.
Andy, I hope that you liked our
reading, and that it was overall good
It
for
was
you. But I
helpful.
do feel like good things are coming for you. Come back
Yes.
in July, because I think the energy will change for you in
Yes.
July. Come back in July because I do feel your transition is coming, and you're in that flux state where you don't know. You don't really know, like you're transitioning from who you were, and you're not quite who you are supposed to be yet. So you're in between. You like, I'm not who I was, and I can't go back to that, but I'm not quite who I'm becoming. So I'm in that in between stage, like that cocoon stage, where I'm trying to figure out who I am. So don't isolate yourself, but don't change, figure out who you truly want to be, and then let that person come forward. Okay. Oh, she Googled egging, EGGING. Yeah,
No.
egging is different than pegging with the P, honey. So
Yes.
come back again, Mandy. We like your energy. Like you do really. Oh, that was the other thing. Are you some kind of social media influencer? Like, do you have a large following online? Because I kind of get that. Or like you could be into advertising or some kind of brand marketing for other people. I get that. Like you have that kind of foresight that you could push people forward. Like I feel like you have that kind of personality where you can make other people great, or you could push them into what they need to be in. So if you're not into it, like social media marketing or some kind of online presence, I feel like you would definitely do good in that. So look into like marketing, um, advertising online, or just being some kind of social media influence, because I do feel like that you have that look, you have that kind of energy, and you kind of have that
Digital marketing is a side hustle. She's saying yes, go
oh,
for it.
see, that's it. That was the one thing they told me to ask you about. Were you into online stuff? Digital marketing, because a lot of people don't know anything about that. Exactly,
You looked it
Carly.
up. You put the P in front of it.
Carly eyes
We
probably
told you,
jumped out of
don't
her
do
head like,
it.
oh, okay.
Don't do it.
We
No, you
told you
gotta
not
go
to do it.
do it.
Oh my God. Last girl, you're next. So let me put you up. And so we only had two more after that. We're almost done, Miss Sheri.
Okay,
We have
and I
two more.
think she changed her question to a. Okay, she changed her
Oh,
question
wait. Did I
to
not
a
change the question? Oh,
general.
to general. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I'm like, wait, did I get the wrong question? Got it.
No,
All right,
I
Mandy.
just
I
got a
mean,
total
Mask
visual.
Girl. Are you not giving us your name because you don't want us to know? Because I like to, when I ask your higher power, I like to use your name. What is your name? If you want, if you don't want to tell me, then that's okay, and I can use Mask Girl. You're welcome, Mandy. Look, I might need you for digital marketing, so when you get it all together, come back because I might need you. Okay, so whenever you're ready.
Okay, I got the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands says that there's a you are. I feel that you are a nurturing person, a mother type figure, and that how do I put this? That you're a very nurturing person, and that you don't feel that people reciprocate that same energy that you put into them, as far as being that giving and loving and a person um in who you are. So then I got the Nine of Hearts, and the Nine of Hearts is about ambitions. You like to daydream, to stay in that place, to like imagine what it would be like if. And then the Three of Clubs, the Three of Spades tells me about growth, and that you've had battles and setbacks and roadblocks, but you keep fighting through these things, and you are not giving enough attention to yourself. That although you are a loving and nurturing person to all of these other people, you forget to be that loving and nurturing person to yourself. And they keep telling me that even though you love yourself, that you are not loving yourself in a way that is meaningful to yourself. Um, and I get the damn bathtub with the bubbles. Okay. So there's a difference between maintenance. Like I said this to somebody, I think it was last week, and I hate to repeat myself, but see, Angie, she gets her nails done. That's maintenance because she keeps up on those beautiful nails. That's maintenance, right? Getting your hair done. In my case, I haven't had a haircut in a year and a half, so don't judge. But
Hey, don't cut my hair.
but doing the things for yourself to provide yourself with self-love, rewarding yourself, having that rewards for yourself, self-love. So again, let's say you're not a person that goes and gets pedicures on a regular basis. So taking somebody, like, if you, I'm seeing, like, if there's a daughter figure, niece or somebody, and you go out and you get a pedicure, but it's not about the pedicure, it's about the time that you're spending with that person. That's self-love, not maintenance. And a lot of people go, well, I do love myself. I get my nails done every 2 weeks, or I get my feet done once a month, or I get my, that's maintenance. We need to understand the difference between the two. So you're, even though you're loving all of these people outside of you, you're forgetting to love yourself. And if you want somebody to love you the way you want to be loved, you have to remember to love yourself in that way. The best lesson for me was Angie beating me up on a regular basis, asking me why I am out there like wanting love, but I can't even love myself. Fuck you, Angie. Anyways, that was a great thing for me to hear from her. She's like, you need to love yourself. She didn't say it directly like this, but she said it. You need to love yourself before your heart can be out there wanting somebody else to love you. And that took me a while to get, but I was also going through a breakup and a narcissistic trauma bond situation. But I needed my friend to tell me that, because I am a giver, I am a nurturer, I am that person. And she knew that. And I'm feeling the same thing from you. You've had those struggles, you've had those things, you're getting over it, but you need, as a nurturing, loving person, you need to remember to nurture and love yourself. I hope that makes sense for you, Mask Girl Kate.
Oh,
Look at
that
it.
does make sense, because what I got when you said that was a judgment card. And the judgment card in the Light Seers Tarot, it's usually you letting your inner you out, like answering to your calling, being authentically who you are. So with the judgment card, it's usually like Archangel, whoever, blowing the horn and asking you to rise up to your calling, to come to answer to your call. They're making a call, the trumpet's blowing, and they're asking you to get up out of your dead state or whatever state that you're in, and you are becoming who you're supposed to be. I think your first question was about a course or a class or something. You wanted to know if you were going to get in, or if you were going to
Is it like a nursing class?
something, because I got a yes and then I got a decision. Like, you're trying to make a decision, but you're afraid to step out. And what your guides are saying is, the way that they showed it to me is that you just need to step up. Like, they showed me you taking the mantle, like you stepping up and becoming that person. Like, I was gonna initially ask you if you guys had a family business that they wanted you to take over, because they're trying to make it seem like it's time for you to step up, time for you to take the baton and become that next person. So I don't know if that's like the next, like the auntie role, the matriarch in the family, but whatever it is, they're saying it's time for you to step up and take your rightful place in the family, and to become that leader, or to become that example to other people, because you have the strength, you have the capabilities, and you're concentrating on the things that you lost. This is the 5 of Cups, and that's a concentrate. You're concentrating on the 3 things that you lost instead of the
And
2 things
not,
that you still have. You still have your strength, you still have your abilities, you still have your tools, and your understanding and your skills and know how to move forward, but you're kind of wavering on making that decision. When you get the 2 of Pentacles, it's a decision and it's a balance of your resources. So what time and energy do you want to put in there? What time and energy do you want to put into it? Again, when she says self-help or nurturing yourself, what is it that will make you happy? Maybe you're doing something that is pleasing to everybody else, because I remember I was kind of like the good girl in the family. Like, oh, when people found out that Angie like drank or smoked or did all these things, it was kind of like, whoa. And so I tried to be the smart girl all the time, the good girl who got the good grades all the time, instead of who I authentically was,
ask her about the
because that's
cake.
what say that again.
I said, ask her about the cake. Angie,
What,
the cake and the funeral.
the cake?
The funeral. how you
Your
ate
funeral?
your funeral that you went to with some friends after you ate some cake.
Oh, it wasn't cake. Oh, no, 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 no. We didn't eat the we ingested it a different way. We did in hell. We did in hell. We were on our way. Okay, so let me just tell you. We had went to a funeral, right? It was my friend's sister's funeral. She had got killed by a drunk driver. So right. So we went to the funeral, and on the way to the after, we had a little, you know, we had a little some of the devil's lettuce, right?
Encouragement
Occurs. We had some of the devil's lettuce. So when we get to the
service.
the place where the actual cemetery, we somehow we beat the hearse there, right? So we get out the car, we go in, and we got our head down, and they praying, and somebody started singing, and I kind of look up like I don't know none of these people. We went into the wrong funeral. We were totally in the wrong funeral. We didn't know none of these people. They are look, everybody looking at us like because we walked in late to their proceeding. We was early for our proceeding, but we were late for their proceeding. So everybody got their head down. They turn around, look at us, and they looking at us like we don't belong there. And I'm looking at them like, what the hell? So as they start singing, I'm like, wait a minute. So I look up and I'm like, this is the wrong funeral. We don't know any of these people. So now we got to walk out in the middle of the funeral, and everybody's watching us. So then we get there, they like Adams. Oh yeah, that's the next one that's coming in. See, don't smoke the devil's
Yeah.
lettuce on the way to the funeral.
So
Exactly, mask
you
girl.
got to
Don't
do
do it.
things that make yourself happy
Exactly, exactly.
and
Don't do that. Don't
but
have the
keeping
devil's lettuce on the way to a funeral, but
but
nonetheless,
keep what she means is if you're hiding behind your good girl persona, you don't it doesn't matter who you are or what you do, but where is your happy?
like step up into who you are. Be authentically who you are. One of the things that my guides told me, because I used to be afraid, like, well, what if I give them bad information, or what if I tell them to do something and it's not right? And they said, as long as you say it the way that we tell you to say it, there's no consequence. So if they tell me to tell you to quit your job and open a Taco Bell or a Pizza Hut, then that's what you need to do. I need to say it exactly like that. Your guys are telling you to quit your job and open a Pizza Hut. I shouldn't say, oh, well, you might want to update your resume and get your resume out there. That's not what they said. They said there's no consequence as long as I speak it exactly the way they said it. So that took their fear out of it. So what they're saying for you is to be authentically who you are. Step up and be who you are. You have the passion, you have the drive, you have the
Shona.
skills to do it. You just need to stand up. And so whatever that course is that you were asking me about, yes, you will pass it or you will get into it. You just
Mhm.
need to decide that that's what you want to do. And right now you're wavering a little bit on who you want to be, but they're saying stand up and be who you're supposed to be, and then everything else will come to you. But the thing is, you're waiting on your higher power to say, oh, well, your purpose in life is to just do this or do that. Your purpose in life is to be happy, to be authentically who you are, to get the lessons that you're supposed to get, that you agreed to get before you came to earth. But you also need to be authentically who you are and not who everybody perceives you to be. A lot of time people perceive you to be something that you're not. People perceive me to be like mean sometimes when I give my readings because I just go ahead and say it. And I'm not mean, but I'm saying exactly what they told me to say or how they told me to say it, or I'm giving you the advice from the experiences that I've had, and I'm interpreting it through the lens through the experiences that I've had and through what your guys are telling me to tell you to do. So for you, even your name says mask girl. You're hiding something. When you hide behind a mask, you don't want people to authentically know who you are. So even your name says that you're not ready to reveal who you are to everybody and let people know authentically who you are. So people can't gauge or give you what you need to be because they don't know who you are. If you're pretending to be something else, one of the things I learned from religion is the reason I was never healed is because I was always pretending to be whole. I was always pretending to be saved and covered in the blood, but I never let my higher power know that I was hurt, that I was frustrated, that I was mad, and so they can't heal what you're hiding. You know what I'm saying? One of the things they say is they can't heal what you won't reveal. So you have to be authentic. If you can't be authentic to nobody else, be authentic to you and to your higher power. When I'm mad, my guys know that I'm mad. When I'm frustrated, my guys know that I'm frustrated. When I needed a hug, I told my guys that. And you know what they did? The first day that I met her, she came over to me and gave me a hug. Why? because I had expressed to my guys that I just needed a hug sometime. And then they told her to go and hug me. And that was the first thing she did the first day she met me. She says she didn't even know me. We had just met that day, and she came over and said that I don't know if you're open to this, but she said that my guys told her I needed a hug. And I did.
Yeah,
And
hugging's
that's how I
gross.
received the hug that I need. So every time I see her, she gives me a massive hug when I see her, because that's what my guides told her I needed. And I do always need hugs. But you got to be open and real to who you are, so that your guides can give you the things that you need. If you don't tell them what you need, you're not going to receive it. And what they're saying is you need to step up and be who you are, so that they can reward you in who you truly are. Okay?
I don't like hugging people, by the way. I just I want to, because ugh, I just don't like. I don't know. I don't like it. So for them to tell me to go hug her, and I'd seen her in class before, but it was the first time we actually had interaction. I was like, oh, this chick is so hard, but
And
she
then
needs a
another,
hug.
I did a moonology card for you, and the card that you got was new moon and Pisces. New moons are where you set your intentions on how you want to be, and they're saying meditate and contemplate. So go into your own little world, your own little bubble, and meditate and decide how you want to move forward. What person do you want to present going forward? What Angie do you want to present forward? What Kate do you want to present going forward? Who do you want to be, so that that is the person that your higher power can bless? I love that. I love the mysticism. I love the mystery of it, but I also love that you can go within and tell your higher power exactly what you want. If you don't want to say it, you can write it. If you don't want to write it, you can just think it, but you got to express it to your higher power, so they can give you all that is that you want. And if you want this job, you want this course, you want this position, then that's all you need to know. You don't need to know how. You don't need to know how you're going to pay for it, how you're going to get into it. Express that that's what you want, and they'll give it to you. A lot of times we get caught up in, well, how am I going to get it? How am I going to receive it? That's not your job. That's your higher power's job to make it happen. Your job is just to speak it. Okay? So give them that what you're supposed to have. Exactly. There you go. So I hope that helped you out. And if you want to open a Taco Bell, Mike Reese, then maybe you should. That's a lot of work. One of my friends wanted to open her own restaurant. She wanted to have her own what they call it? The little uh when you drive around in a truck, the food truck. She wanted to have her own food truck. But I said, you
Roach
do
coach.
realize, and she used to talk about how, she would put in 12 hours at a corporate job. I said, you do realize that when you own a food truck, it's all on you. The prep, the cleanup, the selling, the making the food, the serving the food, that's all on you. That's your dream, unless you have somebody else who's going to help you do that. So you have to realize what it is, the dream that you're asking for, and then allow the your higher power to give that to you. All right. So come back, keep staying in our energy. The one thing we also tell people is, when you find your tribe, you need to find a tribe. You need to find somebody who supports you, who mentally helps you to rise up and to be a better person. We feed off of each other. We have a Tuesday night class where you can come to class and you can learn how to use your abilities or to tap into that energy. Everybody who comes to class doesn't want to be a tarot reader or a psychic or a medium. Some of them just want to know how to tap into their own ability, so that they can receive their answers from their higher power for themselves. So on Tuesday nights we have a class, and if you want to come to that class, you would email Don at the North Mr. Tarot, and he would send you a link. It's a private link. We don't record anything. We have class every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and you just come in, and and you learn how to use your abilities. You know, whatever those are, psychic, mediumship, tarot, whatever. You can ask questions, but we are going to put you in. Like, you're not going to come in and just observe. We're going to put you right to work. What are you seeing? What are you feeling? What are you hearing? What are you experiencing? What are you tasting? What are you, smelling? All of your senses we're going to ask you to use, and we're going to ask you to just say whatever it is, and don't hide anything. Just say it, because you never know. I remember one time I was doing a reading, and I kept getting purple unicorn, or purple pony, and I kept being like, that doesn't make sense. Well, I'm come to find out, this person really, really liked ponies, and they had a purple pony on their keychain, but I didn't say it because I was afraid that it didn't make sense. It doesn't need to make sense to you. It needs to make sense to the person that you're speaking to. Or if you're getting this for your own ability, how does it make sense to you? So again, come back. keep being in the energy with us, and getting your just getting the positive feedback. Okay.
It's a
All right. So
Zoom, Mask Girl. It's a Kate. It's a Zoom class. And if you want to go to that Zoom class, you can
let
email
me see
either
if I have
myself or
Don's email information.
yeah.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
I was going to say if she doesn't have the email information, you can email either one of us and we'll get it for you. Preferably her. Preferably email Angie because she has it more than I do. Because I'm a slacker. I don't tend to go to class. Well, when I do,
Um,
I tend to piss people off.
so if you want to join the class, this is who you email. Advice at, I was totally wrong. See, don't even listen to me. It's advice
And
at Sonora Mystic Tarot. So you would email Don, tell him you could just put in the email, Tuesday night class, or I'm interested in class, and he will send you the link. It's a private link. You can only get in through link. We don't record anything. And we are very honest in there. We're very open in there. You can ask questions. You can come in for dream interpretation. We do different exercises, and you come in, you just get a lot of information, and you get a lot of understanding on how to use your abilities and how to navigate through this chaotic world that we live in. So feel free to come in.
so, yeah. And if you like the YouTube, I see that you're paired with me. If you subscribe to me, you should be able to find Angie. And when you find Angie, you can find Bonnie. And when you find Bonnie, you can find Dawn. And then you can find Shauna. And then you can find
Yes, because one of
Julie.
us is live every single day of the week. There's somebody live every single day. And a lot of times I'll just listen to them to absorb the positivity. The people in the comments are so nice. They're so positive, so encouraging. Like you'll say, oh, I'm looking for a job like this. And next thing you know, 5 people are in there saying, oh, girl, such and such is hiring. Oh, girl, you could do this. Or you're going through a hard breakup and they're like, oh, I did it too. And light and love to you. We'll pray for you. We'll send you healing energy. We'll do Reiki. We'll do all kinds of stuff
We'll
for you.
pray for
But
you.
just even being in the comments, I listened to Bonnie this morning before I got on here live, just because I like to soak up the energy and I like to offer comments. And sometimes they may be reading somebody else and it may apply to me. So just come in, absorb the energy. But again, like she said, you're on her YouTube. Then you could go and find me in her A5Says. You can find me in her subscribe, the people she subscribed to. And then you can find Don, you can find Bonnie, you can find everybody on our
Julie,
list. And so we just, communicate
Shauna.
with each other.
And there was one time that somebody had reached out through this, that there was like a missing child. And we all got together and we all tried to put in where we could find this missing child. And I do believe the child was found.
Yeah. Oh, we just had another one where they did it the other day. They put in our group that there was a missing child, and did anybody want to get together to kind of see if we could identify where it was or get any clues. And then another person, because she's a ex-police officer, she communicates with the police and she'll give them the information that we have sometimes and help it out. And so, they're used to her being a psychic and giving this information. Sometimes we'll get clues and help solve crimes and stuff like that too. So you can use your talents in so many different ways in your personal life, to help others, to give readings to others. Like, it's just so many different ways you can use your energy. Okay. So feel free to show up. I hope you got the email address. And then SM, are you still here? And Nicole, are you still here? Was that the original question?
SM, are you still in here? Because I got a lot to say about that. Because that's what I do.
SM or Nicole, are either one of you here? So whichever one of you pops in first, that's what we're going to read. SM or Nicole. And if neither one of you are here, Adrian, are you still here? Because I remember you were so patient and you were so nice.
Okay, so SM. How is my level of my psychic protection face to any negative spell workings according to my true guides? Okay. So SM, I am a practicing witch. I consider myself gray. And the only reason why I say gray is because I dance on both sides of the line of light and dark. I do believe that you cannot have light without darkness, and that you have to have that energetic balance. Um, with that said, anything could be construed as negative. It is how you perceive it in your mind. So if you're talking about baneful magic, uh, um, that's a different topic. So if you're intentionally, uh, so people take protective magic, like let's say Angie comes to me and she goes, I got this guy that I was talking to on a dating app, and he asked if I like pegging, and I said no, but now the guy won't leave me alone. So now she wants a protective magic, right? She wants me to do something that's protective for her. Is that light magic or is it baneful magic? Because with it being said, in Angie's case, in that case, if I'm protecting Angie, then I am doing a positive light thing for her, but against that one person, right? That one person. So in that other person's eyes, I'm doing something against his will, because he keeps going, he keeps, but trust me, Angie got a handle. But that's baneful because I'm pushing that guy, that person away. I'm doing something baneful. That's a balance, right? So your protections that you put up against yourself, and I'm trying to understand what you mean by negative spell work again, though. If you could answer that, that would be fantastic for me. Because I don't think anything that we do is, quote, negative. I think that we do things for people to promote a push them up. So let's say a client comes to me and says, I want a promotion and I'm going to pay you X amount of money to help me get this promotion. Is that a light magic or is that baneful magic? Because if I'm giving him advantage, or that person advantage, to get this promotion, am I blocking somebody else out of that promotion that may be more deserving of it? So again, it's just, I think that your protections and everything that you have for yourself and you've put into place is fantastic. I am not getting any like, oh, all of this is going to come back at you, but you need to figure out like what is. Several times I feel like my work is undone. People can undo your work. I mean, it just depends. If you want to email me, my email's there. We can talk about it. But I am definitely into spell work and removing energies and doing other things for people that people may go, oh, Sheri's very, very dark. And I can be. Don't get me wrong. I'm not always all about love and light.
I have a
But I
little
don't.
bit different perspective on it. Um, as far like I always say, the power that I serve, um, is stronger than any other power that could come up against me. So my higher power is going to protect me from everything. And that's my belief. So if you're out there putting negative energy out on me, like, oh, I want Angie to lose her job, I want whatever, my higher power, who I've asked for protection from, my higher power, my archangels, my ancestors are always protecting me. They've told me that they've protected me. I do other things to protect myself. I put the salt out. I do the bracelets. I have had to do things to get other people off of me. Like when we first started this channel, there was this guy on there. His name was Tarot Destroyer. He would come on
Oh,
here every time and just throw all these Bible verses
God
in there.
bless
He was
America.
so mean. He would be so hateful in there, telling us we were an abomination, we were going to hell. And so we would block him. He would create another page. He just kept doing it over and over and over. And he was so disruptive to what we were doing. I was told, and I don't even remember, I think, Sheri, you may have told me this. You could write this person's name on a piece of paper, fold the piece of paper away from you because you want it to go away from you, put it in a freezer. I put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in a freezer. It's called a freezing spell. And it just gets that person off of you. It doesn't do any harm to them, but it gets them off of you. It makes them to leave you alone. So I've done that before. That person's name is still in the freezer at this right now. Um, and I haven't, I think maybe they came back maybe once or so, but in the long term, they've been gone. So when you say negative, spell work, um what are you doing to protect yourself, and why are you believing that somebody's doing something to you? Why aren't you believing that Are you asking your higher power, is this just that this job wasn't for me? Is it just that this love wasn't for me? It's not always negative spell work. And also, I think that you give your power away when you say that somebody
Mm-hmm.
put a spell on me, or that somebody's put a root on me or whatever. I'm not giving my power away like that. My higher power is
Mm-mm.
too strong to allow somebody to do that detrimental thing to me, or for me to believe in. Why would I believe in a higher power that allows another power to be higher, better than they are? The higher power I believe in is the highest. It is the creator, the what they say, the beginning, the end, whatever it is. Whether you say God, whether you say universe, whether you say Holy Spirit, whether you say whatever you call your higher power, I am not going to believe in a higher power that is going to let somebody put a spell on me and do negative things to me. I am always going to believe that my higher power is protecting me, and I'm going to consult with my higher power. If you're in regular meditation and consultation with your higher power, then you know when somebody's trying to do negative things to you, or you know when somebody is trying to harm you in a certain way, and then you ask your higher power to block that or to keep that negative energy away from you. And it could be as simple as you being like, "Oh, I got a new car," and they being like, "Damn, how she get a new car? I work all the time. I got blah blah blah." They put negative energy out on you. They didn't try to, but it's just them saying, "Well, damn, how she get this? And I've been working just as hard, and I didn't get it." Or we're going for the same job. I'm praying that I get it. People like to think that prayers aren't asking for spells. You're asking a higher power to do something on your behalf, whether you think it's positive or negative. You know how people be like, "I pray they catch the person who shot my child." You're asking a higher power to catch this person and lock them up criminally. You don't think that that's a negative thing, but you are. You're asking your higher power to take this person's freedom away because you don't like the fact that they shot your person, your loved one. You're still asking them to do something on your behalf. So the negative or positive of it, let me tell you something. This is something that we learn. Donald Trump is the best manifester there is out there, because good or bad, he's believing that it's going to happen regardless. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, he believes it, and so it happens for him. And so if you believe that somebody put a spell on you, then you've surrendered your power to that person and allowing them to control you. I don't surrender my power in that way.
There's, in my opinion, there's no such thing as black magic. That is actually, in my opinion, a racial slur, because that is saying that black is a bad thing, like black people, black stuff. I don't like it. It's baneful magic is the proper term. Uh, Baneful is that darker, or whatever you want to call it. Um, and in your case, I think that you are allowing, when you wrote down here that when you go to manifest that you've lost the energy to manifest, that's in yourself.
Right. That's not somebody
I
taking it from you. That's you
that's
giving your
that's
power
you
away.
giving it away, because I don't have a specific deity that I worship. I have deities that I work with, but it's my energy, it's my inner spirit. I am my own god or goddess. I am my own being. And the black witches are able to see if doors are open or closed for them. There's no such thing. Okay. Why don't you email me and we can have this conversation, because you're where you need to be. I think your terminology and the things that you use, or the things that you have think that you need to use, are in the
It's all in
wrong
your intention.
space.
I
Okay.
just gave you
It,
examples of things that could be negative that are prayers. I'm praying that this person who, this drunk driver gets caught and goes to jail. That could be negative or black. That could be considered negative or black magic. I'm asking a higher power
I'm
to
just,
capture this person and put them in jail. That could be negative
because
magic,
it's
because I'm
against
asking to take
the other
somebody.
person's
You're
will.
asking them to take somebody's freedom away. Granted, they did this thing, but you're asking them on your behalf to do this thing to this person. You're not saying, "I'm hoping that this person gets whatever is due to them based on what their higher power is saying." You're saying, "I'm praying that this person is captured and is punished because they did this thing." So you're asking for them to do a negative thing.
So, do you think like a Satanist is a negative thing? I'm just kind of wondering, because a lot of people think that Satanists are a negative thing, but when you talk to a Satanist, they're actually atheistic, and they just believe that they are their own power. So we have this thing, like we get stuck in our head because of generation after generation after generation. It was like, oh, that's evil, that's black, that's darkness. But it's not. If you actually talk to a true Satanist, they are atheistic and they don't believe, they believe in themselves and their selves. And the word Satan means adversary. So like if Angie and I are in an argument, well, I'm Angie's Satan at that moment. I
So,
am her
Virgil, you're saying that
adversary.
black magic is evil. Is it evil what I just
Is it?
prayed that they capture this drunk driver and put them in jail? Is that evil? Because I'm asking
Or
a higher
wait a minute.
power to do something negative to somebody
Let's
else.
talk
Would you
about
consider that
let's
to
talk
be
about
black magic?
sports teams. So you got sports teams, right? And then one sport team prays to God that they win the game, and the other sports team prays to God that they win the game. But sports team A wins the game. So does that mean that they have just done black magic on the sports team that didn't win, or that the sports team that didn't win is less worthy of God's grace and energy? That's
So
in
a lot of
Haiti
times
there are
people,
witches.
you hear things on the internet and you think that you are the authority in it. Unless you've experienced these things, you don't know. So you've heard black magic online, Virgil, and you think, oh, well, black magic is never, it's evil. How do you know that? Have you experienced it? Have you done black magic? Have you studied black magic? Do you know what those things
I
are?
do
Or are you
think,
just regurgitating something that you heard online?
and I do think the term white witch is racist. I really fucking do. Yes, I do. I think it's a racist slur. And
There
the
are
only reason
people,
why I
yes,
use the
who could
term
do love
gray,
spells, but again, what kind of protection are you putting on yourself that you don't have these things happening?
and you're talking about voodoo. For an example, voodoo is a religion. Voodoo is a religion, and that they do those kind of things. But again, is a love spell a negative thing? I think so. Because
I do too, because
what
you're
if I
forcing
wanted to have a
somebody else to
romantic
be to
relationship with
be in love with you.
Angie, and Angie's a straight female and I'm not, and I make Angie fall in love with me in a romantic way? Is that not against her will and
But
baneful magic?
also, look at this. What if I'm praying that the Lord restore my marriage, but my husband doesn't want to be with me anymore? My husband wants to go on. He's found a new person. I'm praying, Lord, please restore my marriage. So what I'm saying is, please destroy the relationship that he has and bring him back to me. I'm asking a higher power to do something negative to the relationship that he's in and bring him back to me. Yes, this is the last one. And so if is that prayer a negative thing? Is that black magic? I'm asking the Lord to restore my marriage and my husband doesn't want to be in this marriage anymore. Is that black magic? Is that me praying something negative to somebody else?
Is that baneful magic? It's baneful. Angie, you're so mean to your husband.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking, I could be saying, you know what? I hope this person moves on to another job. That I'm asking somebody to do something to somebody else that may be against their will. So be mindful of the things that you ask or the things that you say. I've learned, like, people will be like, oh, I want you to pray for me. What am I praying for? Like, you may deserve whatever it is you're asking for. You may be asking me to pray for you to get out of jail, and you actually deserve to be in jail for whatever your reason is that you're in jail. I need to know what you're asking me to pray for and why you're asking me to pray for it. I'm that type of person. Like, I need to know what your intentions are so that my intentions can be pure. Or maybe I'm
I,
asking for somebody to be healed and they don't want to be healed. Maybe they're ready to pass on to the next life. And I'm like, please heal my grandmother and don't let her die. And please bring her back to me and blah, blah, blah. But those are selfish reasons. Am I going against her will if she's ready to go on to the other side? Is that black magic? Is that baneful magic? Is that something that I'm praying to a higher power to do against their will?
anyways, SM, um, you're in a good space. I think that you have allowed others to influence your manifestation, that you've put a box. I see a box around you of doubt. You need to break through that imagery that you have for yourself, and keep manifesting and keep believing in yourself. And you've allowed others to um, to take that from you. Stop it. Stop it right now. You are better than that. And again,
If
you
you
can
think
message
people are
me.
doing negative things to you, protect yourself. You can buy stones that are protection. You could ask your higher power for protection. You could, I guess, do spell work on yourself if that's what you need to do, or you can say prayers. You can ask your angels, your ancestors, your higher power to protect you in any kind of way. Those are things that you can do if you think that somebody is doing some negative work against you.
Yep. So again, Angie will put our email addresses down there. You can email me. We can have this
Wait, is
conversation.
this Nicole? Did we finish Nicole?
Shoot. No, I don't
Oh,
think we
Nicole is
did.
the last one. I'm sorry. Nicole,
Okay.
you're the last one. This is it. This
All
is the
right,
last
Miss
one.
Nicole.
This is it. I'm sorry.
Where's your account? All right. I'm going to use a deck that I haven't used in a while because my thumb has been really bad. I'm not having surgery, by the way, because I popped it and it feels better. It's just a little weak. It could
Oh,
be,
shit with the
but
phone.
I'm telling you that your guides are fine where you are, where you're supposed to be, and quit allowing. It's in your head. I don't allow anybody in my head but me, which is kind of scary. I wouldn't want people in my head.
Listen, I don't even let my guys have that kind of power over me. I'd be like, I'm not doing it, and that's just not gonna
Yeah.
happen. You know how many times they done had to go to somebody else because I refused to listen to my guys or do whatever it is they told me to do, and I'd be like, I'm not doing it. And my people come to me and be like, look, can you please at least talk to your guys because they coming to me asking me to ask you to do this, to do that. I just don't lay down my power in that way.
All right. Ready, Miss Nicole? I love these cards. These are my Nernan cards.
Let me
My
see that
friend
again.
Ner.
Oh, okay. Oh, I like the
The
artwork. Is that the front
the
or the back?
face. That's the back.
Oh, okay,
Here's
this
like a
is oh,
face card.
okay. All
She's
right.
facing.
You're welcome, SM. I'm glad that you came in.
I am too.
Remember, it's all about your intentions and you and your power and how much you're going to give to somebody else.
No, I don't think you should stay alone. I think you should. No, I think you should find people with like-minded with you.
Exactly. Yes. You need to find your tribe, people who understand you for
Mm-hmm.
who you truly are. And a lot of times online, you will find people who are truly um
You can follow
in
me
this
on
community, we
TikTok.
found people who understand what it is. Not everybody in my family believes in what I do or even thinks that it's good. There are some people who think that this is the devil's work, that I'm going to hell, that I don't believe in God. Like I've had people ask me questions and I'd be like, do you think that I don't believe in God? Because I still believe in God. I just don't believe in it the way that the Bible depicts. Okay.
And SM, I really do think like there is a community out there that you should not. And I don't find your aura confusing or any of that. So please, like when Angie moves this thing out of the way, this thing down here, you can find my TikTok, and there's a whole community there. Um, uh, we do lives almost every morning, and we talk about questions about the craft and
Wait a
baneful
minute.
and
She said
not
she's going to
baneful.
avoid speaking to people and family members for a while to abuse. Again, that's you laying down your power. I can't talk to you
Yep.
because what you say to me influences me so much that I can't control who I am. That's what you're saying? I know a lot of people who aren't on social media because they're like, social media makes me feel some kind of way about myself. Like I don't get on social media because it makes me feel like a failure or it feels like everybody's thriving and I'm not.
Oh,
You don't give that kind of power to anybody at all.
yeah, at all. All right. Miss Nicole, I got a Jack of Diamonds that's talking about good news. Diamonds are pentacles. Pentacles are money, love, luck, fortune, social circles, home life. And a diamond is talking about good news and the beginning of something young and youthful. I have the Four of Spades. The spades are swords. Swords are tears, heartache, suffering. And the four tells me that it was a destination that you've been in this state of fear where you don't want to move anywhere because because fear keeps you here. This is what this is telling me. I just see this fear keeping you here. Then I get the Seven of Clubs that's talking about um, you have strengths and you have victories to come, and there are going to be tears. There are going to be some more like angst, but to move past this fear to get to this victory is going to be amazing for you. Then I got the Queen. I love this is one of my favorite cards. The imagery on this card is one of my favorite cards, but this is, I'll show you. See how her mouth is bound? And I haven't pulled this deck in months, but you see how her mouth is bound? It's like you're afraid to talk and be your authentic you, and because you're stuck in this fear. But this caught it. This queen talks about there's a nurturing and loving and naturous energy about you, or somebody that is coming into your life to grant you that stability that you need. And again, I think this is you, and that you have things to say, that you're stuck in your own mind, and you've managed to hold yourself in this fear. But I do see that, sorry, my allergies are now hitting me, that this fear, whatever is in here for you, it will be moving on, and you will be getting some really good positive stuff moving forward. It's just that you've got a lot of stuff to move through. Dang it. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be like not so much buried, but it's going to come out, and you're gonna just, I don't know what you're stuck in fear of though. Of people not listening to you, or people not believing you, or I think there was some, wow, that's, I hope that what I'm thinking that has happened in the past is not actual for you, but you are aware of somebody that has performed or done some SA stuff in the past, and that has put you in that fear. That has put you in that spot where you don't want to move forward, or you don't think somebody's going to believe you. Fuck who doesn't believe you on that. Okay. There's going to be more about it, but speak your truth. Speak your truth. I hope that helps. That's a lot. That's deep. Oh, Virgil, quit being a fucking baby. I'm just, ugh.
Virgil, how is she blocking your comments? She can't block your
She's
comments
not
on my
blocking your
page
comments.
at
She's
all
not even
because
a mod.
I'm the controlling of the restream, so she can't block anything from my chat. So that's not true. We're gonna be honest and we're gonna be adult in here, Virgil. If you don't agree with what we're saying, that's fine, or you don't agree with what the information that we're putting out, that's fine. But we're not going to say that somebody's blocking you when they're not, or
Okay,
treating you in a way that
Nicole.
they're not.
Nicole, I hope you understand that. I didn't mean to get too deep into the weeds with that. It was a previous relationship. Okay. I'm so sorry for you having to live with that fear. I believe you. I validate you as a person and who you are. And I give this message to you with the love in my heart. Speak your truth.
That's it's interesting that you say that, because the first energy that I got, or the first thing that I heard, was something about her being okay, or it's okay. Like whatever you've been dealing with, you're gonna be okay. And they
Yep.
made it seem like you were moving on from a dark place to a lighter place. Like you were seeing
Yep.
things differently. You're realizing, or you need to realize, that it's not your fault. You can't control other people's behavior. The way that they talk to you, respond to you, or treat you is is their own is their own behavior. You can decide that you want to deal with it or that you want to move on, but you can break away for it. And I got the message that you're okay. So I asked what it is for June, and they said, because you said for the rest of the month. and they said you don't need to concentrate on June, you need to concentrate on July. So is there some big celebration that's coming up for you? Because I got you jumping up and down and excited, like there's a big announcement that is coming. So is somebody having a baby or is somebody getting married? But there seems to be some big celebration that is going to happen in July, and they're telling me to tell you not to concentrate on June, but to concentrate on July, because that's when a big thing is coming. Like you're anticipating some good news coming, and you're just standing by the shore waiting on that ship to roll up with your good news or your good thought. Oh, SM, we have a class on Tuesday nights. I put up the email address for the class on Tuesday nights. Um, uh, So if you want to come to class on Tuesday nights, you can come to our class. It's free. It's on Zoom. It's a private link. You have to email advice@Mystic Tarot and tell them that you're interested in class. He'll send you the link on Tuesday, sometime during the day. The class is 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Times every Tuesday. And so you would log into the link, and then you would come to class, and then we would do exercises on how to advance your abilities. But again, this is a very interactive class. Like you're not going, it's not live, it's not on at all, it's not recorded, and nobody else sees it except for the people that are in class. We ask you to come in and suspend all disbelief. Like we don't want you to come in with any preconceived notions. We want you to come in and suspend all disbelief, because there are people who will be talking about aliens, there are people who will be talking about extraterrestrials, there's people who will be talking about astral travel. So there's a lot of different experiences that people are having that you may not have had yet. So we just ask you to come in with an open mind to learn and to expand your abilities, but not to be judgy when you come in. So this is the email address that you would email in order to get to class, if that's what you want to do. All right. And so then let me get up and put up our email addresses. So this I think SM, she was telling you this is her TikTok, Sheri Beery 68, for you to come on the TikTok, and she does lives every morning if you want to join that community also. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So then back to Nicole. Let me see. Okay, so that's what it is. Cause I see you. I see. You know what, they showed me the Four of Wands, but I don't like speaking on the Four of Wands because everybody calls that the marriage card. But it's
So
reunions and rejoicing with family. So that is a reconnecting with family. And then I just see you. They're saying like concentrate on that, because that's where the good news is. That's what the joy is. That's where the happiness is coming in. And they're saying you'll be fine.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
Listen, don't listen to her. She not mean to that cat. That cat do whatever he wants. Okay, Virgil, we get your point that black magic isn't to do with race. We're gonna let it go and we're gonna move on. That is if that's your belief, then that's fine. We're gonna move on. What else did I have for you? Are you considering a career change? Because they're showing me like you going from one building to another building, or some kind of change in your career or something like that. Are you considering a career change? Because I'm getting that you got to go ahead. Like they're showing me a yellow brick road, and that you can just walk that yellow brick road to wherever you want to be. So if you're considering a career change or a job change or a company change, then you should go ahead and do it. Okay?
He's a brat. Don't pay attention to that thing. He's a brat.
He's her brat. She loved that little cat to death.
I forgot to
Um,
take something out for dinner.
I made chili, so that's what we're having. We won't have any grilled cheese, but we'll just have chili and crackers. That's just it.
I guess I can
And
make a
I'm having
grilled
a glass of
cheese.
wine when I get off of here, and maybe some medicinal.
I'm definitely gonna take some ibuprofen.
Oh, that's not the medicinal I was talking about. You would be in the future changing jobs. Okay, so I see it. When my guide showed me a vision of you moving from one building to another building, you're either leaving your industry altogether or you're leaving your job and going to a new job. So I do see it. If you're not, then you might want to explore that. What are my best options for my career? Or one of the things you could ask your guides, you could write in your journal, or you could pray when you go to sleep. What is my next career move? Am I transitioning to something else? Am I staying in this field? What is my next step career wise? But I do see you moving on and going to something else. You're very loyal to the company that you're at, and they're saying that there are better options that are better pay and better opportunity for you to rise up and to be a little bit more independent. Like I feel like maybe you're on a team and your voice isn't being heard as clearly or as distinctly as it needs to be, and you have a lot of good ideas, and so they're saying you may need to move on or move on to another company where they'll value your information, your ideas, and your creativity. All right. Oh, you'd be moving into communication. Communication and what arena? Because communication could be a lot of things. You could be like a motivational speaker. You could be a HR person. You could be a person that does like I was telling the other girl was social media and digital marketing. Like what area of communication are you thinking about doing? Or it could be tech. Like communication could be a lot of things. So what are you thinking about for communication? But I do see you moving on and presenting great ideas for another company. So whenever you're ready to explore that, just go ahead and ask your guides, what is my next step in my career, or how do I prepare for the next step? Because all my life I wanted to be a lawyer. I worked for a lawyer for 6 years, didn't like it. It wasn't as glamorous as I thought it was going to be. I stayed kind of in that. I went into education. Now I'm into compliance. So you can move around a lot and still have a lot of options. All right. So that was our last person. And if that's it, we're done.
We're done. Whoop, whoop.
Thank you, Miss.
Three
Oh my
hours
gosh,
and
we were on. I was gonna
17
say 3 hours and 17 minutes. We are done. I am tired and have no more energy. Thank you all for showing up and all you who stepped in. Again, me and Sheri Beery will be back on Sundays at 3 o'clock. Me and Don are live Wednesdays at 6 p.m. These are all Mountain Standard Times. Um, and then, like I said, every single day of the week, one of us is live. If you're friends with me on Facebook, then usually when the other groups go live, I then post their lives on Facebook, and you can just log into I post their YouTube on my Facebook so that you can join. So if you're friends with me on Facebook, then I will share their lives on Facebook. Or if you or you can go through my subscriptions and pick Sonora Mystic Tarot, Your Love Goddess, Divinely Guided, and Sheri Berry, and a couple others. Okay. All right, Virgil. This is the last time I'm gonna address this. Next time I am gonna block you. Like I understand what you're saying, and your opinion has been heard. We get what you're saying about the black magic. If I have to address it again, I am going to block you. You are usually nice and bubbly in the comments. You're usually very funny, and you keep the chat going. But you seem to be really sticking in on this black magic, and we get it. You have an understanding of what you think black magic is, and we have an understanding of what we think it is, and we're just going to agree to disagree on this, okay? And hope that next week we'll have a
Especially
better chat.
if you don't practice magic, then shut the fuck up. That's all I'm going to say. And for a person like me who actually dates a black man, and I'm telling you that I've been practicing for a long time, just shut the fuck up. You're irritating the crap out of me. And that's the problem, is you're in love with Angie, and if nobody else can feel that, then I don't know what the problem is, and you want her attention so bad, you're a dick.
Nicole, let's see, they didn't. Let me go back to that. Interesting. They didn't specify that. So my career.
No, not you, SM, not you at all. And I appreciate you coming in and having communication and all of that other fun stuff. And Virgil, I know that you've come into our lives in the past before. You change your name, you change who you are, you pretend who to be, different thing. It's late for you in Manchester, England, but you're the same person that you had this crush on Angie for a really long time. Yes, because your wife is black and you have a crush on Angie. You're a dick. Straight.
We're going to regroup, and when you come back, Virgil,
You have a whole week to get your head out of your ass.
We're going to be on a positive mindset. We're going to get over this black magic. We're going to be back to being Miss Nicole. Again, just explore. If the perfect job could call you tomorrow, what would that be? That would might be some of the things that you would say. That's one of the things I always, when I'm working with people who are I'm helping them with their career stuff, I'll say, if the perfect job could call you tomorrow, what would that be? Would it be close to home? Would it be in the state that you're in? Like, what would that perfect job be? So explore those options, and then that'll help you make the decision, because I feel like you're in that spot where you're not really sure yet if you want to make that transition. And I know that I'm ready to make the transition from corporate to doing my stuff on my own. And so you just have to decide how you want to move forward.
Uh, Ginger,
Just
you have
email
email
Ginger.
advice at Miss what Sonora. I'm
I'm
so
gonna
bad
put
with
it up.
this.
If you want to come to class, this is the email address that you use, and you come in. But be mindful, we're gonna put you to work as soon as you get it. And I don't want you to be afraid when I say put you to work. So what we do is we have these fast rounds when you first come into class, and we'll pair you up with somebody else. So say you get paired up with Sheri Berry, you get 4 to 5 minutes to tell Sheri Berry everything that you're receiving for her. Like, I see pink, I see clouds, I see water, I see whatever, and then
You
you
see
and her
Sherry
discuss
pissed
back and
off.
forth what that means, that you're receiving, and then she's going to read you too, so you're going to go back and forth. If you're not getting anything, that's fine, or if you have questions, then that person will kind of walk you through how to understand what you're receiving. So sometimes people get in a room and be like, well, I'm not really getting anything, all I see is a lot of pink. Well, if you're reading me and you see a lot of pink, that's usually my grandmother's energy. Her favorite color was pink, and usually when you see pink around me, that's because my grandmother's energy is around. So whatever you're feeling, whatever you're receiving, we want you to speak it, but we want you to get comfortable with saying whatever it is that you're receiving and how you're receiving it. I'm getting a headache. That may be because I have a headache, so you may be feeling what I'm feeling. Sometimes people get in a room, they be like, I'm really cold. And I'll be like, oh, I'm always cold. And so they know. So whatever it is that you're receiving. So I just want you to come to class and suspend all disbelief and just be ready to jump in and get it started. But we're all really nice. We're all really
Yep,
kind.
they
We'll
are.
answer your questions. Sometimes we'll just spend
Except
an
for
hour just answering questions. Well, come on in. Email Don. He'll send you the link and you just come to class. All right.
hello from Africa. All right,
Hello,
Miss
from
Angie. All
Africa.
right, everybody.
Have a good
Virgil,
day.
I'll see you next week. We're gonna be good, right? Okay.
Exactly. We're going to be back on track. Good night, Virgil. And
Good night,
everybody else in the
everybody
chat. And thank
else.
you all for showing up.